And brought to you live via New York City, this is Bombers Game Mic. I'm Paul D, wishing you a very happy Father's Day, wherever you may be celebrating it. I hope you also enjoyed your very unusual Saturday off day. I certainly did. And for this Father's Day afternoon matinee matchup, we have something very special in store indeed. Going for the St. Louis Cardinals is none other than the right-hander, the Flying Dutchman, as Brother Joe might say, Dustin May, who has just been on an absolute tear over his last 4 starts. A 1.3 ERA. Opponents are hitting 129 against him. 4 walks against, 33 strikeouts. No home runs allowed. He's getting the velocity on that sinker. He's getting separation away from his breaking ball and off-speed pitches. And right now, he is absolutely what you would describe as totally locked in. And that is precisely what the Cardinals require this afternoon on the mound in Kansas City in order to ultimately salvage this third and final game of the weekend set against the Royals out in Kansas City. But before we get to the rest of it, if you're just joining me here, join the Game Mic roll call. Let me know where you're watching or listening from. Into the chat I go. The Fire Phoenix hitting leadoff. All right, Cardinals, let's go. Cheers to the Pacific Northwest for the Fire Phoenix. Oh, it's Trisk, like hashtag Big Ben or hashtag Mickey Mantle. Well, I'm obviously very partial to Mickey Mantle, but I have a great deal of respect and admiration for Ben Roethlisberger. All right, let's see here. David Hodge, happy Father's Day to all you dads. Cheers to all the dads on Father's Day. Scott Reed, Biloxi, ... in the house. The Fire Phoenix says today, please join us on Bombers Game Mic with Paul D. Like and share the stream for a live Cardinals baseball commentary. Thank you so much, Fire Phoenix. And hey, it is Thurman, our friend retired to Uganda. Hey, Paul/Fire Phoenix, good evening. Indeed, it is a good evening for you indeed, Thurman. Thank you so much for tuning in here on the later hour for you. Trisk, listening from Douglasville, Pennsylvania. And I must say, and because there are definitely some Steeler fans out there and whatnot, I may not be a Steeler fan, but I am a big fan of the city of Pittsburgh. It's one of the hidden crown jewels of American cities that unfortunately get overlooked, but is in reality a wonderful destination that is very endeared to me personally. David Hodge, welcome, Paul, from the hot weather state, Texas. Cheers to the Lone Star State, David Hodge. Yep, Fire Phoenix is getting us a Go Steelers here. And yes, Fire Phoenix, Seattle, Washington, the Pacific Northwest. Now, going this afternoon is the right-hander for the Royals, Stephen Kolek, who's actually, his last 3 starts have been really nothing short of outstanding for the Royals. His bigger numbers this year overall in 2026 has him at 4-1 in 8 games, an ERA of 2.68 and 50 1/3 innings pitched with 34 strikeouts and a whip of 1.03. However, in his last 3 starts, he has given up a mere 3 earned runs, and that's it. That's in 19 1/3 innings pitched. Now, he has nearly a hit an inning, but it seems to be hit right at people, and I think that's probably what they're looking for. Now it's time to give you the starting lineup this afternoon for the St. Louis Cardinals. I would say it's a lineup that we've all become quite familiar with. Leading off, playing second, the NL rookie sensation J.J. Wetherholt. Batting second at DH is Ivan Herrera. Batting third, playing first, is Alec Burleson. Batting cleanup out in right field is Jordan Walker. Batting fifth out in left field is Lars Nootbaar. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, is Mason Wynn. Batting 7th and behind the dish is Jimmy Crooks. Batting 8th down at the hot corner at 3rd is Blaze Jordan. And batting 9th, batting left-handed in the 9-hole is Nate Church. Pretty familiar lineup against a right-handed starter. Now, for the Royals this afternoon, once again, Bobby Witt Jr. is not in the lineup. Apparently that right knee of his, I think he had an MCL sprain. There's no there's no tear in the tissue or anything like that. And he's not on the IL. However, he is definitely not in this game. He is day to day. So the Royals starting lineup. Leading off at DH is Jensen. Batting second at shortstop is Garcia. Batting third at first base is Jack Caglione. Hitting at cleanup, the catcher is Salvador Perez. Batting fifth at second base is Massey. Batting sixth out in right field is Thomas. Batting seventh out in center is Misner. Batting eighth at third is Lofton. And batting ninth in left field is Collins. And there's your starting lineups here this afternoon. We're only about 2.5 minutes away from scheduled first pitch. David Hodge, I'm from Brownsville, Texas. Cheers to the Brownsville, Texas. Lisa Wilson, Kansas City. Always wonderful to have a local that's near the game. Thank you so much, and thank you for coming back, Lisa. Wonderful to have you aboard, and yes, a happy Father's Day for everybody. David, I hope to hear plenty of whistles today. You and me both, brother. You and me both. So, basically right now, the Cardinals have one mission, and it may sound simple stating it, but it's quite another thing actually doing it, and that is salvaging the third and final game of this 3-game set, because the Royals have basically been playing out of their mind. They are. This is the third series I've seen and called them in, and they're playing far better than I had seen them in the other 7 games prior to this series. So, right now, they have a couple of things they need to deal with, of course. The fact that Stephen Kolek is pitching extremely well right now, and all you can do and hope is that Dustin May continues down this road, this really torrid hot streak of his, to try and go and shut down those Royals bats this afternoon. And in addition to that, the bullpen potentially getting straightened out. There have been no transactions that I'm aware of to that front since we last met. But, you know what? One thing we've learned about this organization, certainly in the front office, well, they're not going to go and trade away big pieces or anything like that, or make huge splashes in spring training. In big trades, I should say. They aren't complacent either. Hence the reason you have Blaze Jordan down there at third, and we have Jimmy Crooks behind the plate, while Victor Scott's now down in AAA. You get the idea. So we shall see. But I hope you all are having a wonderful Father's Day. And if you haven't done so, join the Game Mike Roll Call. Let me know where you're watching or listening from. Only a few moments away from scheduled first pitch this afternoon down in Kauffman Stadium. As I mentioned, the right-hander, Stephen Kolek, is on the mound. And it looks like they're wearing some kind of specialized caps today, potentially. I'll get into that more in a moment. Lisa Wilson doing good against the Cards. Everyone else, not so much. Baseball is a strange sport in that way. Now, stepping into the box is the rookie J.J. Weatherall against Stephen Kolek. It will be a righty-lefty matchup here in the finale out in Kansas City. And there's a brief delay. I believe this afternoon, at the very least, the Royals are wearing red KC caps to honor the Kansas City Monarchs. I believe what's going on. Coming one, and he deals Kolek down and in for a ball, and we are underway. So it's a 1-0 count to J.J. Weatherall, hitting .262 on the year. He's in the box. Coming winds Kolek, the 1-0. Strike, four-seam fastball down and in at the knees on the inside corner. And the count is 1-1 Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the first inning, 1-1 count. Coming winds Kolek, the 1-1 pitch. Head on out there to right center field. Going back at the track, looking up, and it is gone. A leadoff home run for J.J. Weatherholt. And that will give the Cardinals an early 1-0 lead. Oh, he really did get all of that one to right center. It was no wall warrior. That thing easily went about 390 feet to right center. So a round tripper there for J.J. Weatherholt, and the Cardinals have a 1-0 lead. He really jumped all over that one, and he is wearing the pendant. Now here's the first pitch to Ivan Herrera. Hits him in the head. It gets him in the head, up and in. He is conscious. He is sitting up, but he is not pleased, and neither should any of us be. The guy gets beamed all the time. He took it right off the coconut. And obviously the trainers and Ali Marmo are going to come over, take a look at him. It bounced off like the very top of his forefront of his helmet above the interlocking STL, and he's running down to first base. Let's take a second look at this thing here. Oh, yeah, hit up and high on the left side of his head. And looking at the side here, yeah, it got him absolutely flush there. So he will take his base. But my goodness, they have been using Herrera as target practice. Completely unacceptable. It just keeps happening. So a runner on first with nobody out. Here is Alec Burleson hitting 281 from the stretches. Kolek throwing over to first. Diving back in time is Herrera. Rain on the way. Understood. Yeah, he does seem to get beamed every game. From the stretch is Kolek. The first pitch to Burleson. Up and away, forcing fastball out of the zone. The count is 1-0. It is a righty-lefty matchup. But boy, it's like the baseball is magnetically attracted to Herrera, despite there are no magnets involved. Coming sets Kolek. The 1-0 pitch. Changeup out and away and out of the zone. The count is 2-0. He is one tough guy. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Martin Greenwell. It's a 2-0 count. Runner leads off first. From the stretch is Kolek. Here's the 2-0. Up and away, a sinker well out of the zone. And the count is now 3-0 to Alec Burleson. So, a interesting start here for the Cardinals. A leadoff home run by J.J. Weatherholt, followed by Ivan Herrera getting beamed atop his noodle. So there's a runner on first, nobody out. Top of the first inning, 1-0 St. Louis, following the leadoff solo job. Stealing Kolek, as I mentioned earlier, 4-1 with a 2.68 ERA, 10 walks against 34 strikeouts, a whip of 1.03. Mostly a four-seamer, sinker, slider, changeup, cutter, sweeper, standard arsenal. Back into the box is Alec Burleson. Coming set from the stretch is Kolek. Runner leads off first. And here's a 3-0 pitch. Strike, cutter on the outside corner just below the belt. And the count is 3-1. Make them pay. At some point, that is going to have to happen. Alec Burleson, 281, 13 home runs, 54 RBIs in 73 games. From the stretch is Kolek. He deals up and away, ball 4. So there are now runners on first and second, following a hit by pitch of Ivan Herrera. And the free pass given there to Alec Burleson, Kansas City Royals defensive alignment. Collins in left, Mincer in center, Thomas in right, Lofton at third, Garcia at short, Massey at second, Caglione at first, Perez behind the dish, and Stephen Kolek is on the mound. Now here is Jordan Walker, righty-righty matchup. The first pitch of Jordan, well up and in, a slider, well out of the zone, and the count is 1-0. So far, Kolek is having a little bit of trouble with his command. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Top of the first inning, 1-0 Cardinals after the J.J. Weatherholt solo home run. From the stretch is Kolek, the 1-0. Check swing, but called a strike. A sweeper upstairs, but well over the plate. The count is now 1-1. Jordan Walker hitting .295 on the campaign. He's got runners on first and second. From the stretch is Kolek. The pitch. hit on up out there into the infield. A very soft pop-up picked up there by Massey for the first out of the inning. He got him in on the trademark there. A very, very lazy pop-up picked up easily by the second baseman, Massey. Now, here's Lars Nootbaar hitting .267, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs in 13 games since coming back. He has an .803 OPS. So, runners on first and second with 1 out. And Quattraro, the manager, is going out there with the umpire. They're going to check something out, but it isn't entirely clear what is going on here. They're going and talking to Stephen Kolek there on the mound, and the trainer seems to be joining them along with Salvador Perez, the battery mate. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what it is they have seen that would lead to this conversation. Even the home plate umpire is in on it. So your guess is as good as mine at this point. They might see something that is odd about his delivery and making sure that there is no injury there that could potentially be exacerbated. That remains to be seen. It rained at 4 this morning there in KC. Alrighty. Cardinals ready to open up a can today, y'all. Well, we can only hope. Into the box is Lars Nootbaar. Righty-lefty matchup. Runners on first and second. 1 out. 1-0. Cardinals from the stretch is Kolek. The first pitch to Nootbaar. Hit on out there to right field. Going back. And it falls in right center field for a base hit. Tossing it on in and going into second is Nootbaar, and a run will score, and that will give the Cardinals a 2-0 lead on the RBI double from Lars Nootbaar, and the game is now a 2-0 Cardinal lead. It looked like it was a sinker down and in to Lars Nootbaar right there in that natural lefty swing path that is just a thing of beauty to behold. Coming all the way around from second was Herrera. Here's the pitch. Foul tipped from Mason Wynn. Count is 0-1. The righty shortstop hitting .242 on the year. 2 home runs, 27 RBIs in 67 games, a .647 OPS. Runners lead off second and third with 1 out. 2 already in here in the top of the first inning. Righty-righty matchup. It's an 0-1 count. Coming set is Kolek. The 0-1 pitch. Head on out there to left field, going back, looking up, and it is gone. A 3-run home run for Mason Wynn. Oh, Mason is gone with the win, and the Cardinals now take a 5-0 lead. Oh, that was an absolute no-doubter over the fence in left field. A 3-run home run for Mason Wynn, and the Cardinals now lead it 5-0 here in the top of the first inning. They have just jumped all over Stephen Kolek this afternoon. Let's take a look on the replay here. Yeah, that looked like a flat sweeper right out over the outer third, about belt high, and Mason Wynn went and did with it what any respectable major league hitter should do. Now, here's the lefty crooks, righty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. Four-seam fastball up and away for a ball, and the count is 1 ball, no strikes. Easy afternoon so far indeed, Justin. Hey, Mason Wynn _prods. Congratulations. The 1-0 to Jimmy Crooks. Just got a piece of that cutter in, and the count is 1-1. Good to see ya. Max, slow your roll there in the chat, please. You don't want to spam it. I know you're excited, but easy up. It is a 1-1 count. From the wind is Kolek. He deals. Change up down and away and out of the zone. The count is 2-1. They are having a great start today. No, it's cool, Max. Don't worry about it. Coming winds Kolek, the 2-1. Hit to the right side and into right field for a base hit just out of the reach of Massey down there at second. And that is another Cardinals base runner with 1 out. A single to right for Jimmy Crooks. No, don't worry about it, Max. Don't think a second thing of it. You're in great standing here at Game Mike. Now, runner leads off first. Now, here is Blaze Jordan. It is a righty-righty matchup. Here's the first pitch. Fouled back on a sinker in. The count is 0-1. For life, 22 people like, 139 people watching. Hit that like button, everybody. Blaze Jordan hitting 300, 1 home run, 7 RBIs. in 8 games. Runner leads off first. It's an 0-1 count. Coming set at the stretch is Stephen Kolek. He deals. Fouled straight back on the sinker away, and the count is now no balls and 2 strikes to Blaze Jordan. So a huge top of the first inning here for the St. Louis Cardinals. They are looking to add more. There is no doubt that they are locked in at the moment. Coming set is Kolek. He deals the 0-2. Chopped up there to the mound, picked up there by Kolek, throws to second, one, on to first. A double play to end the inning. So, Blaze Jordan bounces out into a 1-6-3 double play, but not before the Cardinals put up a huge 5-spot, mostly off the bats of J.J. Weatherholt and, of course, Mason Wynn. And so after 1/2 inning of play, it is the St. Louis Cardinals 5 and the Kansas City Royals coming to bat. I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mike. Do I have any kids? Not at present, but in time. That's not me foreshadowing anything. It's just something we very much want to do. So a huge top of the 5th here, giving Dustin May a lot of room to work with. DJ Nick Fly, what's up, Paul? Checking in. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Absolutely. Cheers to all the dads. Hey, J.M. Jones, welcome back. Howdy, all. Who's pitching for the Birds today? Liking that score so far. Dustin May is on the hill for the Redbirds. Holy cow, I haven't looked at the subscriber count in a while. 750 plus subs. Yep. We just keep on rolling here. We're having fun. The Cardinals are generally playing well. I wouldn't have this gig any other way. So we await the bottom of the first inning. David Stevens, my wife wants a Game Mike t-shirt even though she's a Yankee fan. Well, I can tell you this. Let her know that I am also a Yankee fan. So she's very much welcome here. I mean, the Bomber and Bombers Game Mike, it is just a weird coincidence in some ways. Now, here's the righty, Dustin May, 5-6 with a 3.75 ERA, 21 walks against 75 strikeouts, a 1.14 whip in 14 starts. But over his last 4 starts, he's been outstanding, including the most recent run on Monday against San Diego, a complete game, 1-hitter, 9 strikeouts, I believe 1 walk. Oh, it was a thing of beauty to behold. Due up here for the Royals is the lefty Jensen, so it'll be a righty-lefty matchup. May has his sign. He comes wide, and the first pitch to Jensen. Strike, 4-seam fastball on the outer third, knee high, and the count is 0-1. Jensen hitting .238, 9 home runs, 38 RBIs in 70 games, a .724 OPS. From the full wind is May, and he deals. Check swing on the sweeper down and in. Did he go around? No, says Blue down the third baseline, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. May's back on the bump. He has his pitch. He comes wide, and he deals. There's a fly ball out to shallow center field. Underneath it is Mason Wynn, and he can't get it. He tried picking it up over the shoulder there. It fell right in. So a leadoff single into shallow center field for Jensen. And that'll put a runner on first with nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. Now here's the righty hitting shortstop, Michael Garcia. So runner on, nobody out, bottom of the first inning, 5-0 Cardinals. It's a righty-righty matchup. Runner leads off first. Garcia's hitting .266. Here's the first pitch. Up and in, out of the zone, 4-seam fastball. The count is 1 ball, no strikes. .266 with 3 home runs, 30 RBIs for Garcia. From the stretch is May, the 1-0 pitch. Hit on out to right field, giving chase towards the lines. Jordan Walker, and he makes the catch on the run for the first out of the inning. Jensen will stay there at first. Defensive alignment for the Cards. Newbar in left, Church in center, Walker in right, Jordan at third, Wynn at short, Witherald at second, Burleson at first. Jimmy Crooks is behind the dish, and Dustin May is on the mound. Your Cardinals defensive alignment. So there's a runner on first with one out. And here's Jack Caglione. It is a righty-lefty matchup. He's the three-hitter. And here's the first pitch. Check swing on the fastball upstairs, clearly held, and the count is 1 ball, no strikes to Jack Caglione. Hitting .270 on the year with 10 home runs, 24 RBIs in 71 games, a .793 OPS. Runner leads off first. Coming set at the stretch is May. Here's the 1-0. Changeup down and in and clear out of the zone. The count is now 2 balls and no strikes. Hey, Walter White Heisenberg is in the audience. Whistles, I need whistles. Oh, I hope you get some. I really do. Runner leads off first from the stretch is May. And here's a 2-0 pitch. A sweeper up and away and out of the zone. The count is now 3 balls and no strikes to the lefty Caglione. So we shall see how Dustin May here settles down in the early going. He is set from the stretch. He's at the belt. Now here's a 3-0. Strike cutter right down Broadway. And the count is 3-1. Major league hitters now, they very seldom offer at a 3-0 count. They do not want to let a pitcher back into the at-bat. Coming set is May. The 3-1. Strike sweeper on the outer third just below the belt. Caglione was starting to take off on that one towards first. A little premature, Jack. And the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. So we have a full count, runner on first with 1 out. 5-0 Cardinals, righty-lefty matchup with Jack Caglione at the dish. Here's the pitch. Upstairs and out of the zone, so a 1-out walk issued by Dustin May. And that puts runners on first and second with 1 out for the Royals in the bottom of the first inning. 5-0 Cardinals after a huge top of the first inning. A couple of home runs, the first by J.J. Wetherall and another by Mason Wynn. Now here's Salvador Perez hitting .208, 10 home runs, 27 RBIs in 71 games. He is the captain. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Coming set at the belt is May. Righty-righty matchup. The first pitch. Four-seam fastball just missed the outside corner, and the count is 1-0. Like number 41. Fair enough. Interesting. Come in set is May. Runners lead. The 1-0 to Perez. Strike, sinker, inside corner about thigh high, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Yes, he was way overdue. No doubt, Fire Phoenix. From the stretch is May. And he deals. Hit on out there to short. Charging in is Mason Wynn. He throws to first in time to get Perez. That thing came off very slow off the bat of Perez. It literally died at the lip of the infield grass towards short. But he is not fleet of foot, so he is the second out of the inning. Both of the runners advance on the play. So there are runners on second and third with 2 out. And now here comes the lefty hitting Massey, hitting .256 on the year. Righty-lefty matchup. From the stretch is May. Runners lead off second and third with 2 out. Here's the first pitch to Massey. Fouled straight back on a cutter in on the trademark, and the count is 0 balls, 1 strike. So right now, no doubt, May's looking to battle down Michael Massey, .256, 7 home runs, 25 RBIs in 59 games, a .729 OPS. From the stretch is May. Runners lead. And the 0-1 pitch. Fouled down the third base side and out of play on the four-seam fastball in. And the count is 0 balls and 2 strikes. So May is 1 strike away from getting out of this thing. He's ahead in the count, 0 balls, 2 strikes. He comes set at the stretch. Runners lead off second and third with 2 out. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Up and in, four-seam fastball out of the zone, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nothing hit particularly hard at the moment, with the exception of the fly ball to right. So let's see how this ultimately bears out. It's a 1-2 count. From the stretch is May. The 1-2 pitch. Hit on out there to shallow right field and falls in for a base hit. Picked up there by Jordan Walker. At least one run will score. And that will make it a 5-1 Cardinal lead on the RBI single by Massey. And that will put runners on what should be, I believe, first and third. Let's see here. In fact, 2 runs scored on the play. They didn't show it, so I couldn't tell. And now there's just a runner on first with 2 out. 5-2 Cardinals. Coming pitch to Thomas. Up and in, a sinker and out of the zone. The count is 1 ball and no strikes. Lane Thomas hitting .232, 5 home runs, 20 RBIs in 62 games. It is a righty-righty matchup. From the stretch is May. Runner leads off first. Here's the 1-0. Strike, sweeper, outside corner below the belt. And the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, that would be really nice, Justin. That would be very nice. From the stretch is Dustin May, the 1-1 pitch. Hit on out there to center field. Going back in front of the track is Nathan Church. He makes the catch in front of the track for the final out of the inning. However, Kansas City, they put 2 across, and after 1 full inning of play, it is the St. Louis Cardinals 5 and the Kansas City Royals 2. We head to the top of the second inning. I'm Paul D, and if you're enjoying my call of Redbirds action here this afternoon on Game Mike, please do leave a like. It helps the growing channel out a ton, and I very much appreciate it. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. We'd love to have you aboard. And with that said, a very happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And with that said, thank you so much for spending part of your Sunday afternoon with me here in the finale. I'm Paul D. This is Bombers Game Mike. Let's go to the chat. No such thing as a free game in this sport, but I hope we dog walk them. Hey, fair enough, Heisenberg. Fair enough. It is, it may be one of those games. It's hard to tell. But right now, this has definitely been an offensive affair, to say the least. 5-2 after just a full inning. Let's see if the Cardinal offense can continue to respond against Stephen Kolek. Because right now, after that top of the first inning, they are chugging. And it's awfully good to see. I doubt I'm alone in that observation. Sam Foreman, that has been our problem this series. We keep giving out giving out 2 out base hits. Yeah, that actually has been a problem. They doesn't seem to be able to very consistently and reliably put them away when they have them pinned down like that. And that can obviously be frustrating. Yeah, there's no question about that. Are Cards wearing Bay Blues for Father's Day? Interesting question. Nope, they are in their standard road grays, road bottoms with I believe, a Negro League Appreciation Day, something they're going to honor. Both teams are wearing, I believe, KC up and away there to J.J. Weatherall. We're back for the top of the second inning. They are most certainly honoring black baseball in America. For example, KC is honoring the Monarchs Day with their red caps with KC on front. Hit to the right side and foul. And the count is 1-1. It was a wasted opportunity. And correction, this is Nate Church. We're 1 away from getting to the top of the order. Here's the 1-1. Swinging strike on the sinker away, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nate Church hitting .263, 5 home runs, 19 RBIs in 56 games, a .713 OPS. It is a 1-2 count. Nobody on, nobody out. Stephen Kolek is on the bump. He comes wide. The 1-2 pitch. Hit down the left field line and out of play on the sinker, down and in. The count remains 1-2. Well, hello, Rush Dash. Welcome to the chat here at Game Mike. Nope, this is a very much an appreciation day. There's a 1-2, up and away, four-seam fastball out of the zone. The count is 2-2. For black baseball in America, local to Missouri, certainly in this case, and quite well deserved. It's a history that needs to be remembered. The 2-2 hit down the right field line, and it is a fair ball off the base of the wall. Fielding it there is the right fielder. Chugging into second is Nate Church. He slides in feet first, and the throw gets away there from the shortstop, and a lead-off double for Nate Church to get things chugging here in the top of the second inning for the St. Louis Cardinals. Yeah, in that case, it looked like a sweeper that didn't sweep, maybe a cutter. Once again, down and in that classic left-hand hitter swing path, and he just put it off the base of the wall there and right. And he was chugging from the very beginning. Runner on second, nobody out. The first pitch to Weatherholt. Strike, changeup on the outside corner below the belt. Looking back and asking what was that is J.J. Weatherholt, but not challenging. The count is 0-1. J.J. Weatherholt in his last 30 games hitting just under 300. 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. Righty-lefty matchup, the 0-1. Hit on out there to left field. Going back at the track. Looking up, and it is gone. A 2-run home run for J.J. Weatherholt. And that will extend the Cardinals' lead to 7-2. The second home run on the afternoon for J.J. Weatherholt. And the Cardinals now have a 7-2 lead. Oh, he has been all over it. The left fielder was tracking it back, and after a while, he ran out of real estate, and next thing you know, it's clean into the bullpen. When I look at it here on the replay, it definitely was not a wall warrior shot, but it got over. 7-2 Cardinals. Now here's the first pitch to Herrera. Four-seam fastball down and away for a ball. The count is 1-0. In Herrera's last at-bat, he got beamed in the head. So, in case you're wondering, Ivan Herrera has been hit again. Now here's the 1-0 pitch. Hit on out to right center field and in for a base hit. So a single there for Herrera. And he keeps the Cardinals going here in the top of the second inning. They have a runner on first, nobody out, following the double and then by Nate Church, and then the 2-run home run to left field that scored Nathan Church off the bat of J.J. Weatherholt. They have extended to 7-2. Now here's Alec Burleson. He walked in his first at-bat. Righty-lefty matchup. Runner leads off first. From the stretch is Stephen Kolek. The first pitch. Hit down the left field line and slicing out of play. And the count is 0-1. Alec Burleson hitting .281 with 13 home runs, 54 RBIs in 73 games, and .828 OPS. From the stretch is Kolek. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit on out there in the center field. Charging in is the center fielder, and he slides, and it gets past him. It goes all the way to the warning track. Coming around third is Ivan Herrera. He will score. Chugging around there towards second and all the way to third is Alec Burleson, and he has himself a stand-up RBI triple to center field, and the Cardinals now take an 8-2 lead. Oh, the Cardinals are now pouring it on to the Royals. 8 runs in 1+ inning of work for Stephen Kolek. The center fielder tried charging in on it, sliding feet first, and it got right past him, rolled slowly out to the wall, and it just sat there. A faster man than Alec Burleson most certainly would have had a Little League home run. Now here's the first pitch of Jordan Walker. A sweeper up and in and out of the zone. The count is 1 ball, no strikes. Hey, Josh Bradley, good to see ya. Runner on third, nobody out, so 1-0 count to Jordan Walker. Here's the pitch. Well up and in and out of the zone. The count is now 2 balls and no strikes, four-seam fastball. Righty-righty matchup. Jordan Walker popped out meekly to around second. His first at-bat, he's hitting .294, 18 home runs, 58 RBIs. From the stretch is Kolek, the 2-0 pitch. Hit on out there to short, picked up on a hop. Throws to first in time for the first out of the inning. Staying there at third is Alec Burleson. And so that's the first out of the inning. 37 pitches so far for Stephen Kolek in 1 1/3 inning of work. Now, here's the lefty Lars Nootbaar. He's out in left today. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI double and a run scored, hitting .283, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs in 13 games. Runner leads off third. From the stretch is Kolek, righty-lefty matchup. The first pitch. Out and away, a cutter, nowhere near the zone. The count is 1-0. Definitely been a big breakout here for the Cardinals early. It's a 1-0 count. Coming set is Kolek. He deals to Nootbaar. Fouled straight back on the four-seam fastball, up and away. Clocked 94 miles an hour. Counts 1-1. So a lot of offense all at once this afternoon on Father's Day. Cheers to that. From the stretch is Kolek. Burleson leads off third. The 1-1 pitch. A changeup down and away, just a bit too low. And the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Coming sets Kolek. Here's the pitch. Chopped right up there to Kolek on a hop. He throws to first in time to get Nootbaar at first, and that's the second out of the inning. Of course, Alec Burleson was not going to try and go home on that play. He would have been out by 30 feet. Now, here's Masyn Winn, who in his previous at-bat hit a 3-run home run to left field. It's hitting .245 with 3 home runs, 30 RBIs. It's a righty-righty matchup. Runner leads off third. The first pitch to Winn. A slider away out of the zone. The count is 1 ball, no strikes. Hey, John Wilms, Wentzville, Missouri, has entered the chat. From the stretch is Kolek, the 1-0 pitch. A cutter away and out of the zone. The count is now 2-0 to Masyn Winn. They have certainly been working the count, and Kolek has not really had the strike zone all day. Runner leads off third. Runner on third, 2 out. Top of the second, 8-2 Cardinals, the 2-0 pitch. Strike, sinker right down Broadway, about thigh high to Masyn Winn. And the count is 2 balls, 1 strike. So whatever it is that they had pent up over those first 2 games, boy, are they getting it off their chest now. Once again, this is a righty-righty matchup. Burleson leads off third with 2 out. 2-1 count, top of the second. Here's the 2-1. Fouled back on the cutter away, and the count is now 2-2. Runner on third with 2 out, top of the second inning. 8-2 Cardinals. A thing of beauty this afternoon offensively. From the stretch is Kolek, the 2-2 pitch. Up and away, a sweeper just out of the zone, and the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. So, top of the second, right down there, 90 feet potentially is the 9th run. On deck is the lefty Jimmy Crooks. Coming set is Kolek, the 3-2 pitch. Hit to the left side and just foul down the left field line for Masyn Winn. That most certainly would have scored Alec Burleson. He could have moonwalked home on that one. And the count remains 3-2. White Shadow with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. That is so generous. Coming sets Kolek, the 3-2 to Winn. Fouled back behind the plate on the four-seam fastball away. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it and how much that means. Thank you so much, White Shadow. You've left me a super chat before, and I really appreciate all that you sent my way here on Game Mike. It's a wonderful thing. Coming set is Kolek, the 3-2 pitch. Chopped down out to third. Charging in as the third baseman. He throws to first, not nearly in time. The run scores from third, and that will give the Cardinals a 9-2 lead on the infield single by Masyn Winn. And now the Cardinals are absolutely pouring it on. They have a 9-2 lead. It was a very softly hit ball there by Masyn Winn out there towards third. He had to charge in, and Winn is too quick. And even when he threw it to first base, it got away from Caglione, went off out there into foul territory. But staying at first is Masyn Winn, and the Royals are going to the pen. They're bringing in the reliever Seabold. So the Cardinals have chased Stephen Kolek after only 1 2/3 innings of work. 9 earned runs, attached to Stephen Kolek, and the runner at first is still very much his responsibility. They have absolutely been all over this thing. John Williams, happy Father's Day to all. God bless you all, families, kids, friends, pets. I've had a funky week myself, but the Bombers Game family and Mama Game Mike has helped me get through this late week, get this week totally. I'm glad that we've been able to give you such support in a funky week. I mean, that's one of the big reasons I would choose to do this, is that when people come here, they don't have to think about anything else. It's an escape from your troubles. We unite here under the banner of Cardinal baseball and baseball more generally. And I think it's a wonderful thing. It's payback time, KC. All right, Brian Fisher. Josh Bradley, lots of Cards fans in Evansville area. Yes, in fact, there is. In fact, there is. But indeed, once again, a very, very happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. It is a very important day. Yeah, I do wish they could have played like this the first 2 games too, Patrick Cochran. All right, now here is the replacement. Connor Siebold, right-hander, in 17 games, 20 innings pitched, a 4.05 ERA. It is our righty-lefty matchup with Jimmy Crooks at the plate, 1-for-1. Here's the pitch. Foul down the third base side and out of play. And the count is 0-1 to Jimmy Crooks. May just has to go out there and make his pitches. We give him a big lead. I would say that is definitely the remit here, Sam, no doubt. Righty-lefty matchup, it's an 0-1 count. From the letters is Siebold. Runner leads off first. Here's the pitch. Four-seam fastball just misses the outside corner, and the count is 1-0. John Harding, I watch you most games. I can't afford to pay the ridiculous prices to watch the games here in Festus, Missouri. Love your show. Thank you so much, John. Coming set is Siebold. Here's the pitch. Change up away and clear out of the zone. The count is 2-1. I can tell you this, John Harding, that is one of the big reasons that Game Mike exists, specifically for Cardinal fans. Come in set is Siebold. It's a 2-1 count. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Foul down the first base side and out of play. And the count is 2-2 strikes. Wow. Thank you so much, Justin. Come in set at the letters is Siebold. Win leads off first. It's a 2-2 count. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Foul down the third base side and out of play on the four-seam fastball away. 94 miles an hour. And the count is 2-2 strikes. So, if you're just joining us here, the Cardinals ran Stephen Kolek out of the building after 1 2/3 inning of work and 9 runs. Coming set is Siebold. He deals. Foul down the third base side and out of play, and the count remains 2-2. Quite an afternoon. And the Redbirds have definitely been getting into the long ball, to say the least. Coming set is Siebold. The 2-2 to Crooks. Chopped down out towards first. Picked up by the first baseman. Tosses the pitcher covering. And in time beats Crooks to the bag for the third and final out of the inning. Oh, but not before. Not before the Cardinals put up a 4 spot in the top of the second inning. They now lead at 9-2. Going to the bottom of the second inning, Dustin May has plenty to work with here. I'm Paul D, and if you're enjoying my call of Redbirds action here on Game Mike, please do leave a like. It helps the growing channel out more than I can express, and you have my deepest gratitude. And if you want to see more, especially with the bizarro broadcast situation, where you can't watch it every day without 3 or 4 different subscriptions in addition to knowing where it's on, it's probably going to be on here. I call almost every Cardinal game. And if there's someone you know in the same situation, send the link to them. They might appreciate it too. One thing's for sure, I appreciate it. I'm Paul D, And this is Bombers Game Mike. 9-2 Cardinals going bottom of 2. Okay. We could not get to Kolek at Bush, but we scored 9 against him this time. That's baseball for you. Boy, Sam, is it ever. Hey, Reese. Good to see ya. And if you're just joining us here, big offensive outburst from the Cardinals in the first 2 innings. 5 in the first, 4 in the second. And if you haven't done so, join the Game Mike roll call. Let us all know where you're watching or listening from on this absolutely lovely Father's Day matinee, the finale of this odd 3-game series out in Kansas City. Coming out for his second frame of work will be Dustin May. And we are just about ready here, and indeed we are. Finishing up his warm-up tosses is Dustin May. Due up for the Royals here is going to be the center fielder Misner, followed by Lofton and Collins, 7, 8, 9 in the order. And on to the bump is Dustin May. Seems to be taking his time, no doubt. But that's okay. Righty-lefty matchup with the lefty Misner, who's hitting .375. Coming wind is May. The first pitch to Misner. Strike, four-seam fastball right down Broadway, 95 miles an hour. And the count is no balls, 1 strike. So a whole huge lead here. A good 7 runs for May. He winds the 0-1 pitch. A sinker down and in, just out of the zone, and the count is 1-1 to Misner. Misner in 7 games is 6 for 16, no home runs, 3 RBIs, a 787 OPS. From the full wind is Dustin May, and he deals. There's a fly ball out to left center field. Charging in is Newpar, and it falls in, and he has to play it on a hop. So a lead-off single for Misner, and that'll put a runner on first with nobody out in the bottom of the second inning for the Royals. A lead-off single, a bloop lead-off single to left center for Misner. 9-2 Cardinals after 2 huge offensive innings. Now here's the righty Lofton. He's hitting .239. Runner leads off first. It's a righty-righty matchup. Coming set is May. First pitch to Lofton. Out and away, a four-seam fastball nowhere near the zone. Floats over the left batter's box. Count is 1 ball, no strike. Nick Lofton, the third baseman, hitting .239 with 1 home run, 20 RBIs, 41 games, a 735 OPS. From the stretch is Dustin May. Here's a 1-0. Up and in a sinker out of the zone. The count is now 2 balls and no strikes. All righty. Love listening to your program, Paulie D. Love from Covington, Tennessee. I was born and raised in Missouri for 27 years. I'll get back to you in a moment, Jerry. Coming set is May. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Strike, four-seam fastball. Whispers over the black of the outside corner above the knees to Lofton. And the count is 2-1. Moved to Tennessee for the last 27. Well, I'd love to have you here, Jerry. Thank you so much. Coming set is May, the 2-1 pitch. There's a fly ball out to left field. Going back is Newpar at the wall, looking up, and it is gone. A 2-run home run off the bat of Lofton, and that will cut down the Cardinals' lead now to 9-4. That was an absolute no-doubter to left field, easily over 400 feet just by looking at it. And it is now a 9-4 game. I think it was Justin just saying earlier, it might be one of those games. And boy, oh boy, it sure as heck looks like it. Let's see here on the replay. Yeah, that was a cutter middle in about belt high. And he just did with it what respectable major league hitters do. That's deposit 400 feet away over the wall. Now here's the lefty Collins, the 9-hitter. He's hitting .226. Nobody on, nobody out, bottom of the second inning. Here comes the first pitch to Collins. Strike, curveball, outside corner about knee high. Count is 0-1. So, thank goodness, Dustin May has that huge lead. Righty-lefty matchup. Coming wind is May. He deals. Out and away, a changeup clear out of the zone. The count is now 1-1 John Williams, hey dads, what are some of your Father's Day traditions? I love Duke's Wakesville barbecue. Get back to that in a moment. Here's the 1-1 to Collins. Just missed a little too high with the four-seam fastball in the outer third. And count is 2-1. Hey dads, what are some Father's Day traditions? I love Duke's Winsville barbecue, Pappy's brisket, St. Louis ribs, heavy smoke in St. Peter's, salt and smoke. I've been to all those places. Coming one. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Strike, cutter on the outer third below the belt. And the count comes even at 2-2. Well, I can tell you this much. My brother, brother Game Mike, and I took Father Game Mike out to breakfast this morning. So that's certainly what we did here on this end. Coming wind is May. The 2-2 to Collins. Out into right field and in for a base hit. Playing it on a hop is Jordan Walker out there in right. And so a single there off the bat of Collins, who's had a rather productive series all told, for a 9-hitter to be sure. So a runner on first, nobody out. Here on the replay, that was a cutter that didn't properly cut. Once again, down and in that classic lefty swing path. Never put it there. Everybody knows this. Now, here is the lefty Jensen, righty-lefty matchup. He's 1-for-1 this afternoon. Runner leads off first, nobody out, bottom of the second inning. 9-4 Cardinals. Here's the pitch. Strike, four-seam fastball right down Broadway, knee high, and the count is 0-1 strike. The issue with May is, especially his cutter, is it's not cutting effectively. He's not locating it. And the fastball has been up, and he hasn't gotten much sweep on that sweeper. From the stretch is May. Here's the 0-1. Foul down the third base side and out of play, and the count is now 0-2 strikes. Carter Jensen hitting .242, 9 home run, 38 RBIs. He's 1-for-1 with a single and a run scored today. Righty-lefty matchup. Collins leads off first. It's an 0-2 count. Bottom of the second inning, 9-4 Cardinals. Looking in, waiting for his pitch is May. He finally comes set at the stretch. Time is granted by the home plate umpire just before Dustin May began his motion. In fact, he was about a third of the way through it before he realized time had been called. And now Jimmy Crooks is going out to the bump. Have a brief word with Dustin May. And they've broken up the powwow. So it's an 0-2 count here to the lefty Jensen. Right now, Dustin May is having some trouble putting hitters away. But sometimes you dab it, sometimes you don't. Mike Messina used to have a very good breakdown of this. We'll get to that in a moment. Coming set is May. Runner leads off first. The pitch. Chopped down the first base side and out of play on the curveball in. The count remains 0-2. Mike Messina used to say, in your 30 to 35 starts, a third of them will be good, a third of them will not be very good. So 10 and 10, and it's the middle 10 between that really determine the success of a season. Coming set is May. Now here's the 0-2 pitch. Up and away, a four-seam fastball clear out of the zone. The count is 1-2 strikes. Getting a lot of runs sometimes makes the pitcher relax. I'm just saying, I really do like May. He needs to go person by person. Yeah, pretty much. I think he hit it on the head there. Some do let off the accelerator. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging strike three. Down goes Jensen for the first out of the inning. You whistle enthusiasts just got what you wanted. There's a strikeout for the first out of the inning from Dustin May. And it looked like a cutter that didn't really cut. It was up and away, and Jensen just happened to swing underneath it. Now here's the righty Garcia. He's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Runner leads off first with one out, bottom of the second. There's the first pitch. Strike. Uncle Charlie on the outer third at the knees, and the count is 0-1 strike. Next pitch will be May's 40th of the afternoon. He comes set at the stretch. He deals. Hit on out there to right field. Going back a few feet is Jordan Walker. He's underneath it. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Back to first there goes Collins. And so that's a put out 9 in your scorecard for the second out of the inning. Now, here is the lefty hitting first baseman, Jack Caglione. He walked in his first at-bat. Keep it down, ground ball. Yeah, especially for a guy like Dustin May, who very much works off of that sinker. Coming set is May, righty-lefty matchup. First pitch. Head on out there to right field, going back, looking up, and it is long gone. It splashes into the fountains in right center field, and the Cardinal lead has now been cut down to 9-6 here in the bottom of the second inning. Oh, that was an absolute no-doubter, folks. He got all of that one. It was clear off the bat, and it went and did splashdown time. Let's see here on the replay. Once again, that looked like a sinker that didn't sink, down and in about thigh high. Not to repeat myself, in that classic lefty swing path, that thing easily was 450 feet when it landed. 9-6 Cardinals. Now here's Salvador Perez. He's a 0 for 1, righty-righty matchup. The first pitch. Head on out there to left field. If it's fair, it's gone. And it is... We wait for it. We wait for it, and it is called a foul ball. Oh, that was close, but it is indeed a very, very long strike. I don't know if they're going to go and take a look at that one. This was right down the line. Dustin May is looking clearly rattled at the moment, and it looks like this play is going to go and be under review, because we're focusing on the umpire and they're addressing the crowd. So let's see what happens here. I'll wait for the little under official review tag before I can say anything of value here in terms of the ball off the bat of Salvador Perez. And given how they're all standing around, I have to imagine in all likelihood they are having it under review, but I'm not entirely sure yet. I can tell you this much, Salvador Perez is just sitting there retying his shoe. Let me see, one moment. I think it's a fair ball. I think it's a fair ball. I think that'll be a solo home run. But Salvador Perez is stepping into the box. And it looks like the call will stand as a foul ball. They were waiting around a long time to figure that one out. So Perez is now just stepping into the box. It's an 0-1 count. Nobody on, 2 out, bottom of the second inning. 9-6 Cardinals. All offense all the time here today. Come and wind is May. The 0-1 pitch. Foul down the first base side and out of play on the four-seam fastball. Down and away. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes. Salvi is a good dude. Yeah, I mean, he is the leader. Time is granted by the home plate umpire at the request of Salvador Perez. Yeah, he's one of the tough, good leaders in baseball. Come and wind is May. The 0-2 pitch. Swinging strike 3. Down goes Perez for the third and final out of the inning. However, Kansas City puts up a 4 spot of their own, matching the Cardinal total in the top of the second inning. Going to top of 3, it is 9-6 Cardinals here in the finale. The Father's Day matinee down in Kansas City. I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mic. Let's go to the chat. I imagine you guys have a bunch to say. Yes, whistle enthusiast, jocks, Commonwealth of Puerto Rico has entered the chat. Josh Bradley, command of pitches is so important. It is a literal difference between his last start and this one. 100%, Josh. 100%. How do you lead by 7 runs and then give 4 back? Well, I think I just saw a formula for that in the bottom of the second inning. John Williams, the home run derby is the all-star game. Looks like a kindergarten team playing compared to this. It's not pretty at the moment, admittedly, John. We can't take him out. Our bullpen is whacked. Yeah, that and they've really been used a lot. Even with the off day, you definitely do not want that to happen. And yes, Fire Phoenix, it looked to me like 450 feet. It went well into the fountains out there at Kauffman. And yeah, they definitely do have a read on them. So, yeah, this has been a pretty nutso game. How do we lose the sub? Let's get 2 more to make up for it. Hey, people come, people go. All we can do is focus our best here. Yeah, see, John, a lot has been going on there. Do they have Pasquantino back? That's a really good question. I will have to look that up in a moment. But we are here for the top of the 3rd inning. Due up here is Blaze Jordan, followed by Nate Church, and then J.J. Weatherholt. So 8, 9, and 1 in the order. 9-6 Cardinals, top of 3. This has been a slugfest so far. Righty-righty matchup with Blaze Jordan at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Here's the first pitch. Strike, 4-seam fastball down and away, knee high, whispers over the black of the outside corner. Count is 0-1. He grounded into a double play in his last at-bat. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 3rd, 9-6 Cardinals. The righty Seabold in relief for Kolek. Here's the pitch. Hit to the left side and foul down the left field line. He definitely got a piece of that. He just got a little too out in front, did Blaze Jordan. And the count is no balls, 2 strikes. Yes, Lisa, no doubt. Looks like it's going to be one of those games. You know it, Tim. Coming set is Seabold, the 0-2 pitch. Swinging strike 3 on the 4-seam fastball up and into Blaze Jordan. And that's the first out of the inning. Hi, folks. What stadiums have you visited that has the food you need to get there? What is Casey's go-to foods there? I believe barbecue. One of the things I remember about going to Kauffman Stadium is that it smelled like barbecue. Now, here's Nate Church. He's 1 for 1 today. He had that double back, I believe, in the 2nd. Here's the first pitch. Changeup down and in and out of the zone. The count is 1-0. That's one of the things I very much remember is that Kauffman Stadium had the smell of being smoked. Coming set is Seabold, the 1-0 pitch. Swinging strike on the cutter right down Broadway. Swung underneath that one. Church was a bit disappointed because that thing was middle. But them's the breaks, and the count is 1-1. Righty-lefty matchup, nobody on, 1 out. Coming set is Seabold. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled back behind the plate, now to play on the 4-seam fastball up and away, 94 miles an hour. And the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nate Church hitting .267, 5 home runs, 19 RBIs in 56 games. Certainly an offensive upgrade over Victor Scott, even though Scott is certainly the better defender. However, Church holds his own. Coming set is Seabold. Here's the 1-2. Foul down the third base side. Now to play on the 4-seam fastball up and away. The count is 1-2. It certainly has a Little League score, Jock. Coming set is Seabold at the letters. He deals to Church. Out and away, a changeup well out of the zone. The count comes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So nobody on with 1 out, top of the 3rd, 9-6 Cardinals. Seabold coming in relief of Stephen Kolek. Here's the 2-2. 4-seam fastball out and away, nowhere near the zone. Slightly floats over the righty batter's box. And the count is full, 3-2. J.J. Weatherall is on deck. In his 2 at-bats today, he has a home run each time, so he's 2 for 2. Getting those power numbers up. Coming set Seabold, the 3-2. Foul down the third base side, now to play on the 4-seam fastball. Count remains 3-2. Let's put it this way. I could definitely vote for J.J. Weatherholt for the All-Star game, but certainly NL Rookie of the Year. Infield defense clearly shaded towards right with the lefty Church. Coming set is Seabold, the 3-2. Chopped on out there towards first, fielded by Caglione. He throws to the pitcher covering, and he just gets Nate Church at first. Oh, Caglione had to go well out to his right. He slipped slightly. Seabold was charging over there towards first. Got the throw from Caglione, just beat Nate Church to the bag. Now here is J.J. Weatherall is 2 for 2 with those 2 home runs today. He's got the long ball in him. A beautiful thing to see from the rookie sensation out at second base for St. Louis. So there's nobody on with 2 out, top of the 3rd inning. J.J. Weatherall, 2 for 2, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Righty-lefty matchup, the first pitch. Four-seam fastball called strike, outside corner. I'm a little surprised Weatherall didn't challenge that. It very much came out wide. He gave the look back, but that's about it. The count is 0-1. Coming set is Seabold. He deals. Chopped down the first base side and out of play. And the count is 0-2. That was a slider down and in. So nobody on with 2 out. Top of the 3rd inning, 9-6 Cardinals. Time is granted by the home plate umpire at the behest of Weatherall. Quickly steps out, takes a practice swing, gets back into the box. It's an 0-2 count, righty-lefty matchup. Coming set at the letters is Seabold. The 0-2. And it plunks J.J. Weatherall on the side of his right foot. So he'll take first base. So another hit by pitch today for our Cardinals hitter. And now coming to the plate is the unassailable master of getting plunked. None other than today's designated hitter for St. Louis, part-time catcher, Ivan Herrera. Oh, yeah, it just hit him on the side of the foot. Weatherall did not really flinch, but, hey, he'll take it. So runner on first with 2 out. Here comes Ivan Herrera. It'll be a righty-righty matchup. Runner leads off first. Coming set at the letters is Seabold. There's the first pitch. Strike, four-seam fastball outside corner, thigh high. And the count is 0-1. He's 1 for 1 with a hit by pitch, a single, and 2 run scores is Ivan Herrera. It's an 0-1 count. Runner leads off first with 2 out. Coming set, Seabold. Here's the 0-1. Swinging strike on the slider, down and away, and the count is no balls, 2 strikes. That's probably the best slider we've seen all day from either side. It actually did what they wanted it to do. So it's an 0-2 count here. Head in the count is Seabold. He comes set at the letters. He deals. Four-seam fastball up and in, clear out of the zone, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. I will say this about Ivan Herrera. He is an absolute gamer. He really is. My favorite current Cardinal on the roster. Coming set Seabold, the 1-2. Four-seam fastball up and in and out of the zone. The count is 2-2. Heck, even when they don't hit him, it seems to still go up and get close to him. That pitch was definitely an example as such. So it's a 2-2 count. Coming set is Seabold. Weatherall leads off first. There's 2 outs here, top of 3. The 2-2. Hit on out there to right field, and it goes foul and into the stands. Count remains 2-2. Back in '86, we went to Busch Stadium Museum, and I thought it was a great day. Yeah, the Busch Stadium Museum, I think, have they moved that across the street in Ballpark Village? I saw a lot of stuff there. I had to pay to get in, as I recall. Runner leads off first. It's a 2-2 count. Seabold comes set at the letters. He holds the 2-2 to Herrera. Hit foul back on the slider away, and the count remains 2-2. I remember the Witten 4 home runs in a single game. I remember Tatis Sr. hitting 2 grand slams in L.A. Yeah, a few people have brought that up over time. I got to look that up. I want to see that for myself. I'm sure I can find it. Coming set is Seabold. Runner leads off first with 2 out. The 2-2 pitch. A cutter well out and away and out of the zone over the left batter's box, and the count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ivan Herrera. 4 life, 65 likes, 228 people watching. Hit that button for the best stream on YouTube. Thank you so much, 4 life. Coming set is Seabold. Now here's the 3-2. Called strike 3 on the slider right down Broadway. Caught in the observatory was Herrera. Gets the old backwards K. Major League Baseball's impression of Cyrillic for the 3rd and final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 walk. 1 left on after 2.5 innings of play. It is the 9-6 Cardinal lead. I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mic. Let's go to the chat. Holy cow, that was 40 years ago. I know, Lisa. I know. Fire Phoenix, I saw that in real time. I was going crazy. As well you should. Brian McCartney. Hey, great last name. Weird part about the Tatis 2 grand slams in 1 inning. It was off the same pitcher. My goodness. John Williams, Lou Brock stole 3 bags a few times. Memorable. Ozzie getting to all of those balls nobody could get to. Bob Force smashing a home run and pitching a 1-hitter, I think, the same game. All right, let's see here. You know, I'm curious about something for everybody here watching. What are your thoughts on Ballpark Village? I've been there once myself, and I thought it was fine, but I'm curious what the read is by other Cardinal fans. Okay. Brian Fisher, I got to say, some in the Cardinal system think Church is the better defender or equal to Victor Scott II. True story. I've heard it. Tim, I love Little League games when the whole team would chase the ball. Yeah, Little League can be described as hit and run until you're tagged out. that much is certain. All right, we are here for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Due up for the Royals is Massey, followed by Thomas and Misner. So that's your 5, 6, 7 in the order. Now, going to the pen is Ollie Marmol. He has the righty, Mac Rashek, with 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 1 strikeout. So we do have a pitching change here. Righty-lefty matchup. Here's the first pitch. Strike, 4-seam fastball, outer third below the belt, and the count is 0-1. I know Rashek's arrival in the majors by some was very much anticipated. Coming wine, the 0-1 pitch. Hit on out there in the right center field and in for a base hit. Picked up there on a hop in right center by Jordan Walker. He tosses it back in. So a long leadoff single for the Royals here in the bottom of the 3rd inning off of Max Grachik. If there is any time to begin buckling down on pitching, it is right this moment. As I recall the other night, when Rachel made his Major League debut, I believe, they were quite focused in and then interviewed his parents in the stands. Now, here's the righty, Thomas. Here's the first pitch. Strike, 4-seam fastball, outside corner, thigh high. And the count is 0-1. Ballpark Village is fun, but bring the credit card. Yeah, that's kind of been my experience, too. It's an 0-1 count. Runner leads off first. Coming set, it's Rashek. It is a 0-1 pitch. Swinging strike on the 4-seam fastball A, and the count is 0-2. Okay. I wish little bars and restaurants could benefit from the Cardinals. I believe in making money, but I think we should spread the word. Absolutely. Get to that in a moment. Coming set is Rashek. The 0-2 pitch. Swinging strike 3. Down goes Thomas for the first out of the inning. Another one for you whistle enthusiasts. He goes down hacking for the first out of the inning. Now here is the center fielder, Misner. He's 1 for 1 this afternoon. Righty-lefty matchup. Runner leads off first with 1 out, bottom of the 3rd. Coming set is Rashek. Here's the first pitch. Out and away, a changeup, clear out of the zone. The count is 1 ball, no strikes. Hey, CH Man. Hey, Paul D. Stopping by on a work day to give you a like and say hello. Thank you so much, CH Man. It's great to see you. Coming set is Rashek. 1-0. He shows bunt. He pops it up and foul behind the plate on the 4-seam fastball. Count is 1-1. You know, it's funny. I went to go look at your channel, CH Man, and as I recall, at the time, there wasn't a stream at least scheduled until, I guess, tomorrow. Is that right? When do you next go live? Now, Cameron Misner, the left-hander, he's 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored. 7 games. Righty-lefty matchup. It's a 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1 for Rashek. Swinging strike on the 4-seam fastball inside at 94 miles an hour. And the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yes, tomorrow and Tuesday. Okay. No, I followed you. I subscribed and I hit the bell so I can see when you go on. Coming set is Rashik. Here's the 1-2. A curveball down and in, clearly out of the zone. Misner was not even tempted on that breaking ball, and the count is now 2-2. Runner leads off first with following their leadoff single. Rashik comes set at the belt. He deals. Foul back on the four-seam fastball, up and in, clock 94 miles an hour. Count remains 2-2. Looking in for the sign, or rather the pitch from PitchCom. Coming set is Rashik, the 2-2. And there's a high fly pop into shallow left field. Calling for it is Newpar fighting the sun. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Runner retreats back towards first. So put out 7 in your scorecard for the second out of the inning. Thanks, appreciate it. I missed the start of this game because I work night shift, so I was asleep. But it seems like the action got started early. That is absolutely the case. Now here's the righty Lofton. He's 1 for 1 this afternoon. Yeah, and here's the first pitch. Check swing on the sweeper, down and away. Managed to hold it, and the count is 1-0. Nick Lofton hit a 2-run home run earlier, hitting .246 with 2 home runs. We saw one of them earlier in this game. It's a 1-0 count. Righty-righty matchup, the 1-0. Strike, four-seam fastball, outer third knee high, and the count is 1-1 strike. Looking in and coming set is Rashik. Runner leads off first. He deals. Swinging strike on the curveball away. That was a nasty Uncle Charlie. Swung over the top of it, did Lofton. And the count is 1-2 strikes. So, Rashik just has to throw one more strike to get through this one. Back in the box is Lofton. Runner leads off first with 2 outs. A 1-2 count. Coming set is Rashik. Throws down to second, picked off there. Oh my goodness, he actually stole second on Rashik, daydreaming. Even when Rashik threw back with a clear advantage in terms of distance, the runner managed to get in there safely. Oh boy, talk about napping on the job. Massey just was paying very close attention, and he takes second on the play. Oh, you don't see that very often. My goodness. He caught Rashik napping. It's a 1-2 count. Runner leads off second following the stolen base. Here's the 1-2. Chop foul down the third base side and out of play. Goodness, he was halfway to second by the time somebody alerted Rashik. And then he wasn't even able to turn around, throw it, and get it there in time. Though I will say, Mason Wynn did a fine job covering. Back into the box is Lofton. It's a 1-2 count. Coming set is Rashik. The pitch. Up and in, four-seam fastball well out of the zone, and the count is even at 2-2 strikes. Looking in is Rashik. Runner leads off second. Massey after that ridiculous stolen base. Coming sets Rashik. Now here's the 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Down he goes looking for the third and final out of the inning. He gets the backwards Gabe, Major League Baseball's impression of Cyrillic to end the inning. So after 3 full innings of play, it is a 9-6 Cardinal lead going to the top of the 4th inning. I'm Paul D. And if you're enjoying my call of Redbirds action here on Game Mike here on this Sunday afternoon, which thank you so much for spending part of it with me, please do leave a like. It helps the growing channel out a lot. I very much appreciate it. If you want to see more, join this growing community of not just Cardinal fans but baseball fans, hit subscribe. We'd love to have you as part of our cast of characters here on Game Mike. With that said, me here, you there, and this is Bombers Game Mike. Alrighty. Let's see here. Alright. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I forgot exactly who said it in terms of the smaller restaurants and bars. And I know this is more kind of a local thing. It used to be bigger. But part of my pregame ritual before going to a Cardinals game at Busch was going to the Charlie Gito's there downtown with my then girlfriend, now wife. And it was an absolutely perfect start to what was usually a night game at Busch Stadium. The whole interior was packed with Cardinal fans and baseball memorabilia everywhere. I liked the food. I liked the people working the place. It had a soul to it. It absolutely did. And so when you went there, you know you were among fellow Cardinal fans. Everybody was on the same wagon, as it were. And it was just a very festive, cheerful atmosphere that I loved so much, and boy, do I miss it. All right, we are back for the top of the fourth inning. Due up for the Cardinals is Burleson, followed by Walker in Nootbaar. So left, right, left. Something familiar for you military vets out there. Now here's the righty Steven Cruz in 19 games, 20 and a third innings pitch, has a 5.75 ERA. Here's the first pitch. Four-seam fastball strike. Outside corner at the knees to Burleson. The count is 0-1. Alec is 1 for 1 this afternoon, and it is a righty-lefty matchup. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit to the right side and snagged there on a line by Caglione for the first out of the inning. He made a very athletic play to just pick that thing out of the air, and for the first out off the back of Alec Burleson. So nobody on with 1 out. Now here comes Jordan Walker. It'll be a righty-righty matchup. They're showing it here on the replay. Caglione just absolutely made a wonderful dive to his right to get to that thing. Now, coming set is Cruz, the first pitch to Walker. Strike, four-seam fastball inside quarter below the belt. And the count is 0-1. Jordan Walker's 0 for 2 this afternoon. Coming set is Cruz. The 0-1 pitch. A sweeper slider away, actually gets away, goes all the way to the backstop. That'll be the first ball. That's always entertaining. Jordan Walker's hitting .293 with 18 home runs, 58 RBIs. 0 for 2 with a pop out and a ground out. He's having quite a year. It's a 1-1 count. Coming set is Cruz. Here's the 1-1. Four-seam fastball well out away and out of the zone. The count is 2-1. Cruz in relief for Seabold, who himself was in relief for an ineffective Stephen Kolek. Only lasted 1 2/3 innings. It's a 2-1 count. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging strike on the four-seam fastball, outer third thigh high, and the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jordan Walker. Nobody on, 1 out. Coming set is the righty Cruz. He steps off the rubber. It's the top of the fourth inning. It is 9-6 Cardinals. There's been nothing but offense if you're just joining us here this afternoon. Both of our starters today have been run out of the game. Coming sets Cruz, the 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the slider on the inside corner at the knees for the second out of the inning. Jordan Walker got caught in the observatory for the second out. And here on replay, it looked like a cutter. Definitely had the plate, maybe slightly below the knees. Jordan Walker wasn't impressed, but at the same time, he was not challenging it. And that's the second out. So nobody on with 2 out. Coming sets Cruz. Here steps in the lefty Nootbaar. The first pitch to Newt. Strike. Four-seam fastball inner third above the knee. And the count is 0-1. Nobody on, 2 out. Righty-lefty matchup. Newt is 1 for 2 today. Coming set is Cruz. The 0-1 pitch. Well inside four-seam fastball. Gets away there from Perez. That'll be the first ball of the at-bat. That ball just seems to be getting past the catcher there. The first one was a wild pitch. That one was certainly a pass ball, but to no consequence. Righty-lefty matchup. It's a 1-1 count. Coming set it is Cruz. The 1-1 to Nootbaar. Hit to the right side and into right field for a base hit. A 2-out single for Lars Nootbaar. And the Cardinals have a runner on first with 2 out in the top of the fourth inning. Now here comes Mason Wynn, who had a huge 3-run home run earlier out to left field. He just took advantage of what looked to be maybe a slider or a sweeper up on the outer part of the plate about belt high. Now here's the first pitch to Wynn. Foul ball on a check swing on the four-seam fastball up, and the count is 0-1. Mason Wynn, 2 for 2 with a home run, single, 4 RBIs, hitting .248, 3 home runs, 31 RBIs in 67 games, a .669 OPS. Runner leads off first. It's a righty-righty matchup. Coming set is Cruz. Here's the 0-1. Swinging strike on the four-seam fastball upstairs. A bit of cheddar there to Mason Wynn. Clock 98 miles an hour, and the count is no balls and 2 strikes. Looking in is Cruz, clearing his brow of sweat. Back into the box is Mason Wynn. Newbar leads off first. This is an 0-2 count. Runner on first with 2 out top of the fourth. Here's the 0-2. Fouled back on the four-seam fastball up and away. Clock 97 miles an hour. The count remains 0-2. I think we need to get a tailgate going to get ready for these games on the weekends. Anybody up for it? I am always up for a tailgate. So, default answer, yes. Coming sets Cruz, the 0-2 pitch. Foul down the first base side and out of play on the four-seam fastball away. Clock 99 miles an hour from Cruz. Count remains 0-2. Ah, very good, Lisa. Very good. Stay focused when you know it, Brother Joe. It's an 0-2 count. Throwing over to first, back in time with the head first slide is Newbar. And the count remains 0-2. One thing these Cardinal hitters are doing this afternoon is squeezing every drop out of the lemon that is the Royals pitching. The 0-2 pitch. Foul down the first base side and out of play on the slider away. The count remains 0-2. I seen a World Series game in '82 when we'll meet up there for food. The wall to bring a 2-run homer back. Been hooked on the Redbirds since. Good to go, Robert. It's an 0-2 count. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A slider away, clear out of the zone. The count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. For life, 85 likes, 233 people watching. Hit that like. For life, leading the vanguard. Coming set, it's a 1-2 count to Win. Here's the 1-2. Hit to the left side, fielded there by the third baseman on a hop. He throws to first in time to get Win going down the line for the final out of the inning. So, no runs, 1 hit, no walks, 1 left on. After 3.5 innings of play, it is a 9-6 Cardinal lead. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mike. Let's go to the chat. All right. Maybe we could move it around town so everyone can get to it. Hey, I'm all about tailgating, like I said. All righty, let's see. Lisa Wilson, I have live score pinned to my phone, and it's sitting on the chat. Good stuff. Very good stuff. John Williams, I had a chance to go to the Royals game in KC in that series. Unfortunately, my 100-foot foot cord couldn't go 200 feet for me to answer a phone. They didn't even leave me an email. All right. Oh, Ronald Lyle, the Green Mountain State has entered the chat. Make sure to hit the like button and help the channel. Thank you so much, Ronald Lyle. And once again, cheers to the Green Mountain State. Joe Britting. Brother Paul, good afternoon. I am here now. Sorry, I was cooking fried potatoes and fried farm eggs. Well, that sounds amazing. Number 83 on the lake. Good evening, everybody. Let's go Cards. Brother Joe, always good to see you. All righty. Well, due up for the Royals in the bottom of the 4th inning will be the 9-hitter Collins. Then back to the top of the order with Jensen and then Garcia. The Cardinals have a 9-6 lead. And once again, thank you all for spending part of your Sunday afternoon, but not just your Sunday afternoon, but your Father's Day afternoon. It's wonderful to see you all here. And also coming up here for the Cardinals, they return home tomorrow night to start a 4-game set with Arizona. That'll take them through Thursday, and then they host the Marlins at Busch for the weekend set. Now, here's the righty Max Racing for his second frame. Here's the pitch. popped on up there into shallow center field, giving chase as Mason Wynn, and he makes the catch over the shoulder for the first out of the inning. A absolutely wonderful play there by Mason Wynn, going into shallow left center field, basically playing wide receiver, trying to catch a Hail Mary as it comes in over his shoulder. And that's the first out of the inning. He even lost his hat in the pursuit. So, nobody on with one out. Now, here is the lefty Jensen. He's 1 for 2. Here's the first pitch. Up and away for a ball, four-seam fastball. The count is 1-0. 9-6 Cardinals, if you're just joining us here this afternoon on Game Mike. Coming set is Racing. It's a righty-lefty matchup. He comes one, the 1-0 pitch. A curveball out and away out of the zone, and the count is now 2 balls and no strikes. Carter Jensen, 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored, hitting .241, 9 home runs, 38 RBIs in 70 games. Righty-lefty matchup. Coming wide is Racing, the 2-0 pitch. Swinging strike on the four-seam fastball up and in. Jensen just swung underneath that one, and the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Back onto the bump is Racing. He comes wide, and he deals a slider just low on the inner third, and the count goes to 3-1. So Racing certainly has the propensity to rack up some strikeouts, as we have seen so far. It's a 3-1 count. Coming wide, Racing, the 3-1 pitch. Up and away, ball 4 on the four-seam fastball. So he will take his base, and there's a runner on first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Now, here comes the righty Garcia. He is 0 for 2 this afternoon. Runner on first with 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning, 9-6 Cardinals. And Jimmy Crooks is out there having a brief word with Rashik. 10 likes away from 100. Justin Beasley doing Justin Beasley things. Oh, yes. Oh, Robert Outs. Desert Storm vet disabled. Well, Robert, all I can say is thank you for going and doing the hard things that this country asked you to do. I can't speak for anybody else, and I would never try, but my gratitude towards your sacrifice, for whatever that counts. Thank you. Now back into the box is Garcia. And Ollie Marmol is coming out to the mound. And let's see, is he making a pitching change here? He certainly is. So Ollie Marmol is going to the pen, and Racing heads off to the showers. Let's see who he's bringing on in here. All right, let's take a look. Yep, that's what I thought. He's bringing in Swanson, big right-hander. Matt Swanson, or Swanson, I should say, in 29 games has a 2-1 record with a 6.68 ERA in 33 2/3 innings pitched, 32 strikeouts, and a whip of 1.54. So, he obviously hasn't been great. And at the same time, for the most part, recently, I don't think he's been too awful. However, Ollie goes to the pen here with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Man, this bullpen, for all of its troubles, you have to say probably one of the reasons they're having is because they're getting used so much. It was definitely my hope this afternoon that Dustin May was going to come in here and at least give the Cardinals some length. But, as they say in Yankee Land, in the words of the late, great John Sterling, that's baseball, Susan. All right. See what the chat has to say. Swanson has pitched better than his ERA recently. Very true, Sam. No question. Oh, yeah, Dustin is done. He's been done for a little while now. He had his own troubles this afternoon. Well, I should say he's done for the day, but that's happened sometimes. Now, here's Matt Swanson. I gave you numbers just a moment ago. He inherits that runner at first with 1 out, bottom of the 4th inning. 9-6 Cardinals. Is KC going to win? If I knew that. Now, here's the righty Garcia stepping into the box. We're finally getting ourselves this at-bat. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch. Cutter strike. Outer third, about thigh high, and the count is no balls and one strike. So that is the deal right now with Swanson. Coming set at the belt. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit on out there to left field, and it is slicing foul. A long foul ball. Just get a little too far out in front, did Garcia, and that brings the count to 0-2. Back into the box is Garcia. Coming set is Swanson. The 0-2. Foul straight back on the sinker up. Count remains 0-2. Well, let's see here. In all of Swanson's appearances in June, he has not given up a run yet. Coming set at the belt. He throws over to first. Back in time is the runner with the head first dive. And the count remains 0-2. His last appearance was back, well, it was today, obviously. And he last pitched on the 19th. 2 innings, no earned runs. Coming set is Swanson. The pitch. Called strike 3. Down looking goes Garcia for the second out of the inning. So, Matt Swanson comes in here, gets Garcia looking. That thing was right down Broadway. Little surprised he didn't pull the trigger on that one. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Now here's Jack Caglione. He's 1 for 1. He hit a huge home run earlier. I'm not sure it's come down yet. Righty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. A sinker well upstairs and out of the zone. The count is 1 ball and no strikes. Caglione, a walk, 2-run homer, 2 runs scored, hitting .273 with 11 home runs this year. It's a 1-0 count. Righty-lefty matchup. The 1-0 pitch. Well inside a cutter, nowhere near the zone, and the count is now 2 balls and no strikes. Yeah, Blaze Jordan is playing. Looking in is Swanson. He comes set above the belt. Here's the 2-0. Strike, sinker, outside corner, thigh high, and the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, that's sweet, sweet whistle indeed, my friend. It's just as much fun pulling the trigger on it as it is listening to it. Coming set is Swanson. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled straight back on the cutter up and in. And the count comes even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So runner leads off first with 2 out. It is a 2-2 count. Infield defense clearly shaded towards right with the left-handed Caglione. Coming set is Swanson. The 2-2 pitch. Well up and away. A sinker well out of the zone. And the count comes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The modified shift in action. It is a full count to Caglione with 2 out and a runner on first. Here's the 3-2. Ball 4 on the sinker down and in, and that'll put runners on first and second with 2 out. So Swanson comes in, gets a strikeout, and then issues a walk. Now stepping into the box is El Capitan for Kansas City, Salvador Perez. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. 206, 10 home runs this year. Runners lead off first and second. It is a righty-righty matchup. Coming set is Swanson. The first pitch. A cutter well away and over the left batter's box, and the count is now 1 ball and no strikes. Back onto the bump is Swanson. Runners lead. Coming set. Here's the 1-0. Hit to the left side and just foul past third base. And the count is 1-1. So Swanson definitely looking to get out of this one. Trying to protect that 3-run lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It is a 1-1 count. Swanson back on the bump. Sits to the extreme first base side of the rubber. He comes set. He deals. Hit on out there in the left center field and in for a base hit. Picked up there by Church. And coming on in there for the run is Jensen, and that will cut the lead down to 9-7 for the Cardinals on the RBI single by Salvador Perez. And the game is now 9-7 Cardinals in the bottom of the fourth inning. In that case, it looked like it was a four-seam fastball that was left almost as just below the letters on the outer third, and then Salvador Perez, he just jumped all over it. Runners on first and third with 2 out. Now here comes the pitching coach along with Jimmy Crooks to try to settle down Swanson. This is definitely going to be one of those games. No, he scored from second. Caglione went from first to third. Perez always hits us well. He's a tough at-bat. Just straight out, he's a tough at-bat. Very chippy. All right, the powwow out on the mound has been broken up. So runners on first and third with 2 out, bottom of the fourth inning. 1 already in for the Royals. It is a 9-7 Cardinal lead. Now here's the left-handed hitting second baseman Michael Massey, who's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles, couple RBIs, and a stolen base. Hitting .265 on the year. It's a righty-lefty matchup. Runners on first and third with 2 out. Coming set is Swanson. Here's the pitch. Strike, cutter, down and in to Massey, and the count is no balls and 1 strike. Back onto the bump is Swanson. He comes set at the belt. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the home plate umpire on the sinker away. And the count is now no balls and 2 strikes. So Swanson is 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. He comes set just above the belt. Here's the 0-2. Up and away a sinker, 97 miles per hour, a clear ball. And the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 9-7 Cardinals. They have runners on first and third. Caglione at third is only 90 feet away. Salvador Perez over there at first. Coming set is Swanson. The 1-2 pitch. There's a fly ball out to right field. Going over a couple of feet is Walker. He's battling the sun. He has it for the third and final out of the inning. However, the Royals, they tag on 1 more, and we head to the top of the 5th inning. It is 9-7 Redbirds here in the finale on Father's Day. I'm Paul D, and I want to thank you all so much for spending part of your Sunday afternoon with me. And to that end, for spending part of your Father's Day with me here on Game Mike. To all the dads out there that we are honoring, that we love so much and help bring us into this world and make us the people that we are, we raise our glasses to them and say cheers. Thank you all so much to the dads out there, including mine, who's most definitely listening right now. And with that said, I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mike. 9-7 Cardinals going top of 5. Oh, you're very welcome, Brother Joe. Hit that like button, says Justin Beasley. Ronald Lyle, 5 likes away. Let's get 100 likes. Robert Outs, our offense is decent, but our pitchers need to help them a little more. It's the exact opposite of the last 3 years when the pitchers lost after only giving up 1 or 2 runs. That is baseball to a T. The Cardinals may need to look into a change at pitching coach. I mean, there is no way all of our pitching is this bad. Perhaps so. See, John, I can believe it's only the 4th. This is an absolute shootout. You're really putting in the work today, Paulie D. Yes, this is true, see, John. But I got to tell you, if it's a competitive game, it makes it a lot easier to put in that work. I mean, I'll always take a blowout Cardinal win, but when things are jibing, going back and forth like this, I mean, that's for me, that's just a lot of fun. The Cardinals do have great innings hitting from the 6th inning on. Paul, is there a stat showing card scorings run from the 6th inning on? Any statisticians out there? I'm sure it exists. I'll say that. I'm sure it exists. All right, we are back here for the top of the 5th inning. Due up is Crooks, then Jordan, then Church. 7, 8, 9 in the order. 9-7 Cardinals, top of 5th. This one has been a slugging match. Hey, we just got to 100 likes. Thank you so much for letting me know, For Life. Yes, nice work, chat, indeed. Thank you all so much. Coming in here against Crooks is Cruz. The first pitch. Hit on out there towards right field, and it is slicing foul for a very long, very loud first strike off the bat of Jimmy Crooks. Cruz is out there for his second frame of work. This is a righty-lefty matchup. Jimmy Crooks is 1 for 2 this afternoon. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the fifth. 9-7 Cardinals. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off his foot did Jimmy Crooks. And the count is now no balls and 2 strikes. It'll be interesting to continue watching Jimmy Crooks develop here on the major league level. He's becoming a better receiver behind the plate. He's hitting 184 with a home run, 6 RBIs in 13 games. Righty-lefty matchup. Cruz comes set. He deals. Foul down the third base side and out of play on the four-seam fastball away. The count remains 0-2. Alrighty. Q-Man, Dixon, Missouri is in the house. It's an 0-2 count to Crooks. Coming set is Cruz. He deals. A slider just missed the outside corner. And the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Q-Man, hello all, and God bless you all, fathers. Cheers to that, Q-Man, and cheers to you. Coming set is Cruz. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging strike 3 on the four-seam fastball up and away for the first out of the inning. Jimmy Crooks was not pleased with himself going and chasing one out of the zone there. On his way out of the box, he slammed down his bat, so he's clearly frustrated. Now here is the Rook, the third baseman, the righty hitting Blaze Jordan. He's 0 for 2 today. Had a big clutch hit in the top of the ninth back on Friday night. Righty-righty matchup. Coming set is Cruz. Here's the first pitch. Check swing on the slider down and away. Did he go? Yes, says Blue down the the first baseline. And the count is 0-1. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out into a double play and a strikeout, hitting .281 with 1 home run, 7 RBIs in 8 games. An .803 OPS, righty-righty matchup. It's an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. A slider well down and out of the zone. The count goes to 1-1. I don't know about pitching, but I'm about positive I can get an extra base hit in this game. Very good, Trayvon. Coming set is Cruz. Here's the 1-1 offering. Hit foul down the first base side and out of play. The count advances, to 1-2. So bases are empty with 1 out, top of the fifth inning. It's a 1-2 count to Blaze Jordan, 9-7 Cardinals. Here's a 1-2. Hit down the right field line and out of play. The count remains 1-2. Headlines tomorrow. Crook steals a game from the Royals. We did get to the church on time. There's nothing better than a Cardinals win. Cheers, John. Coming sets Cruz. It's a 1-2 count to Blaze Jordan. He deals. Swinging strike 3 on the four-seam fastball up and away. Clock 98 miles an hour for the second out of the inning. So Cruz gets the first 2 outs here in the top of the fifth via the strikeout hacking. Now here comes the lefty hitting center fielder for St. Louis, Nate Church. He's 1 for 2 today. He had a double earlier. Nobody on with 2 outs, top of the fifth. Righty-lefty matchup. Coming sets Cruz. The first pitch to Church. Well inside a cutter. In fact, it goes all the way to the backstop. And the count is 1-0. That was the 28th pitch for Cruz. Things seem to be slowing down just a bit in this game for the moment, for better or worse. Back into the box is Church. It's a 1-0 count. Coming set is Cruz. He deals. Cutter in the dirt, nowhere near the zone. The count now goes to 2-0. So Cruz seems to have, to one extent or another, things more so under control, despite those 2 pass balls there. Coming sets Cruz, the 2-0 pitch. Four-seam fastball down and in, nowhere near the zone. The count is 3-0. He had great command in the first 2 at-bats here at the top of the fifth. Having trouble finding the strike zone now. It's a 3-0 count to Nate Church. Coming set is Cruz, the 3-0 pitch. Ball 4, so 4 in a row and a free pass for Nate Church with 2 out in the top of the 5th inning. That'll bring us back to the top of the order with J.J. Wetherholt, who's had an incredible game. He's 2 for 2 with a couple of home runs and a hit by pitch. Got plunked on the side of his right foot earlier. So runner on first with 2 out, top of the 5th inning. Righty-lefty matchup with Wetherholt in the box. Here's the first pitch. Strike, 4-seam fastball. Is he challenging that? Because he motioned towards his head. Nope, he isn't. He's sticking with it. It's an 0-1 count. It's weird when they do that when they're just trying to adjust their helmet. Little ambiguous. Runner leads off first. Come and set is Cruz. Throwing over to first, and back in time is Church. And the count is 0-1. Need another home run, JJ? Yeah, we really do. Reese, I want a Cardinal win. Yeah, absolutely. Church leads off first. Come and set is Cruz. Here's the 0-1. Hit on out there into left field and in for a base hit. Playing it on a hop there is the left fielder. And now the Cardinals have runners on first and second with 2 out. That makes J.J. Wetherholt 3 for 3 this afternoon with a hit by pitch. So a pair of home runs, a single, and he got plunked on the foot. Runners on first and second with 2 out. He is absolutely locked in today. And that looked to me potentially like a changeup away. He just served it the other way. Collins just could only pick it up and throw it back in. Now there is a conference on the mound between Cruz, Perez, and the pitching coach. Just having a little word with him, making sure this one doesn't get out of hand here with Ivan Herrera coming to the plate. I was at the game when hard-hitting Mark McGwire hit homers for the cycle. Thought JJ had a chance. I actually saw one of Mark McGwire's home runs in 1998 at Shea Stadium. It was an overcast day, and the second he started to swing, you got blinded by the flash bulbs because everybody wanted to get that primo shot of him hitting 51, I believe it was. Now here's Ivan Herrera, 1 for 2, hit by pitch, a single and 2 runs. He got plunked on the head in his first at-bat. There's the first pitch. Up and in, a cutter out of the zone. The count is 1-0. Magnetically attracted. I'm telling you, except for the fact there doesn't seem to be any magnets involved. Righty-righty matchup. Come and set is Cruz. 1-0 to Herrera. Chop foul down the third base side and out of play. The count is 1-1. Oh, Dave Stevens, I really hope not. There's only so much a guy can take. He has taken so much punishment this year at the plate. It's unbelievable. It's a 1-1 count. Runner leads off first and second with 2 out. 9-7 Cardinals, top of the 5th. Come and sets the righty Cruz. The 1-1 pitch. Hit on out there to left center field. Going back, looking up, and it is gone. A 3-run home run for Ivan Herrera. Ivan the Terrible strikes again, and that will give the Cardinals a 12-7 lead. Oh, Herrera. Ivan the Terrible. That thing was well gone. A 3-run shot off the bat of Ivan Herrera, and that gives the Cardinals a 12-7 lead. Oh boy, he got all of that thing. Yeah, like I said, Ivan the Terrible strikes again. Boy, this is one of those games he's wearing the pennant. Here is Alec Burleson, hit to the right side into right field for a base hit. Picking it up out there is Thomas at the warning track. Coming around first is Alec Burleson. He stays right there with a very long single. And now the Cardinals have a runner on first with 2 out in the top of the 5th inning. All righty. War cry indeed, Brother Joe. Hey, DJ Nick Fly. Good to see you, my friend. It is a 12-7 Cardinal lead, and it looks like they're going to the bullpen. Quattraro, it looks like he's taking the ball from Cruz, and indeed he is. And it looks like Erseg is coming into the game for the Royals, so we have ourselves a pitching change. When we come back, Jordan Walker will be coming to the plate. He's 0 for 3. All right, let's take a look at Erseg. All right. He is a right-handed pitcher. In 29 games this year, he's 3-3 with a 5.60 ERA in 27 1/3 innings pitched. He has 23 strikeouts and a whip of 1.87 this year. That is Erseg's story here in 2026 for the Royals. Okay. And he's also issued 19 walks. That's good to know. He certainly seems to have earned that 5.60 ERA based on what I can see right here. So once Erseg is into the game and warmed up, we will have Jordan Walker with a runner on first and 2 out. It is a 12-7 Cardinal lead. Justin Beasley, we're going to need a call to the bullpen ticker for this game. Holy smokes. Most definitely. Love it. Another pitcher. Love it. Yeah, especially after what we've been through lately. Oh, well, can't win them all. It ain't over yet, Lisa. All I can say is that this is a wild game. You can feel it. I'm disappointed here I didn't get donked. That's the way to put it. Dallas Cowboys for life. Paul, I really like your home run call. Oh, thank you so much, Dallas Cowboy fans for life. Oh, speaking of which, do you have, if you're willing, of course, is there a first name I can refer to you as? I'm just curious. All right, here comes the righty Lucas Erseg. I gave you his numbers just a moment ago. It is a righty-righty matchup. Here's the first pitch to Walker. Check swing on the slider down and away. Did he go around? Yes, he did, and the count is 0-1. Jordan Walker 0 for 3 with a strikeout in the 4th. No, but if you're willing, Dallas Cowboys for life, I'd like to know. Cummins sets the righty Erseg. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch. A sinker just missed the outside corner for a ball, I believe. Count is 1-1. Runner leads off first. It's a 1-1 count. 3 in for the Cardinals. 12-7, top of 5. Here's the pitch. Slider down and away and in the dirt for a ball. The count is 2-1. Jimmy. Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, Jimmy. I'm really glad you like my Herrera home run call. Back onto the bump is Erseg. It's a 2-1 count. Runner leads off first with 2 out. Here's the 2-1. Strike, sinker on the outer third, knee high, and it looks like we have an ABS challenge here initiated by Walker. Both teams have both their ABS challenges. This is the first one today. And it's confirmed a strike. So the Cardinals lose the challenge and lose an ABS challenge. They have one remaining in regulation. The Royals still have both of theirs, and it's a 2-2 count. Leading off first is Burleson. Coming set above the belt is Erseg. Time is granted by the home plate umpire at the behest of Jordan Walker. He steps out of the box briefly, checks his batting gloves and his bat, and he's back into the box. It's a 2-2 count. Runner leads off first with 2 out. Coming set is Erseg. The 2-2 pitch. Swinging strike 3 on the four-seam fastball up and away for the final out of the inning. However, the Cardinals, they put up a 3-spot on the moonshot from Ivan the Terrible, and they now have a 12-7 lead, and we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 12-7 Cardinals. I'm Paul D, and if you're enjoying my call of Redbirds action here on Game Mike, please do leave a like. It's very appreciated. Helps the channel out a ton. You want to see more? By all means, subscribe. We'd love to have you. And as a recent development, Bombers Game Mike can now accept Super Chat. So if you are so inclined and you wish to put something forward, know that it is very much appreciated and helps a ton. And for all those who have given already, I thank you. But I will qualify that statement with this. Do not spend a penny on me that you need for yourself. That is all that I ask. With that said, me here, you there, and this is Bombers Game Mike. 12-7 Cardinals going bottom of 5. Nobody respects the Cardinals, but in the end, we get it done. We built it from in-house and unleashed. Yeah, absolutely. Keep the crooked numbers coming. Well put, Justin. Herrera the Terra. Could be his nick. Yeah, that's that. Actually, that's a good one there, John. I rather like that. JJ should win Rookie of the Year. He just gets on base at a high clip, and he's great defensively. Yeah, I am totally on board with that. You're preaching to the choir, Sam. No doubt. Now, due up for the Royals in the bottom of the fifth is going to be Thomas, Misner, and Lofton. 6, 7, 8 in the order for the Royals. Thomas is 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. So we'll be back to the action here in a moment. See if Swanson's still out there for the Cards. All right, we are back for the bottom of the fifth inning. 12-7 St. Louis here on Father's Day. And here's the first pitch. Slider strike, inside corner at the knees. And the right-hander Gordon Graceffo is now coming. He relieves Swanson, who's actually now the pitcher of record. He can win it. It's an 0-1 count. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Chopped on up the middle. Fielded there on a hop by Graceffo. He throws to first in time to get Thomas for the first out of the inning. Graceffo was just all over that thing. In 35 and a third innings pitch, he has a 3.06 ERA with a whip of 1.05. 4.33 Ks per nine, and a 42% ground ball percentage, all in 30 games. Nobody on with one out, bottom of the fifth inning, 12-7 Cardinals. Now, here's the first pitch to Misner. Curveball strike, outside corner thigh high, to the lefty Misner, who's 1 for 2 today, and that'll be an 0-1 count. Righty-lefty matchup. Graceffo, he comes set at the Birds. The 0-1 pitch. Just missed inside with the four-seam fastball, and the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. So nobody on with one out, bottom of the fifth, 12-7 Cardinals. A 3-spot back in the top of the fifth thanks to Herrera. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A changeup down and away, well out of the zone. The count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. 111 likes. How about that? Thank you all so much. Coming set at the Birds is Graceffo, the 2-1. Just missed the outside corner with the four-seam fastball. Clock 95 miles per hour from Graceffo. And the count is 3 balls and 1 strike. Misner's 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored today. Coming set at the Birds. He deals. Foul back on the four-seam fastball in, and the count comes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. No, they're never out of a game, and they always feel that way. From everything I can tell. So it's a full count here to the lefty Misner. Something is holding up the game here. I do not know what it is. But it's a full count to Misner with Graceffo on the mound. Graceffo comes set at the Birds. And here's a 3-2 pitch. Hit on out there to center field. Going back into left center is Nate Church. He's underneath it. He makes the catch right in front of the warning track in left center field for the second out of the inning. So a long fly there. Put out 8 in your scorecard for you wonderful baseball nerds in the audience. That's the second out of the inning. Can't believe it's only the 5th inning. Yeah. You and me both. Now, here's the righty Lofton. He's 1 for 2. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch to Lofton. Just missed the outside corner with a four-seam fastball. Clock 97 miles an hour. Nick Lofton 1 for 2 with a 2-run home run. That's his second on the year in 41 games. Nobody on with 2 out, bottom of the 5th. 12-7 Cardinals. Coming set at the Birds is Graceffo. The 1-0 to Lofton. Hit to the left side and picked by Blaze Jordan on a hard hop. He throws to first in time to get Lofton going down the line for the third out of the inning. A very fine, very slick, very professional defensive play there for Blaze Jordan at third. He was playing deep behind third, right up against the line. He picked it up on a low hop. Came set, made a very strong throw to first to get Lofton flying down the line for the third out of the inning. As I was saying a couple of nights ago, and I continue to say, For a guy that has a reputation as an infield liability, he has shown none of that here at the big league level. I'm not saying he isn't going to screw something up ever, but based on the sample size that we have had, including some fairly challenging plays, he's come through on all of them. It's really fascinating to watch this with your own two eyes. Charlie Costa, hey, 8-Ball, how's it going? Yeah, thank God for those bats. I was getting scared with the bull, but I wish they'd bring in Bueno as the pitching coach, working with Yadi. Could be a good coach. I think Yadi or Molina really is probably the next Cardinal manager when we get to that, but that's just me. Well, you need to call the Cowboys games. Also, what is the application to join the Vanguard? The Vanguard doesn't require an application. It's everything to do with, coming here when you want to come and making yourself known. That's how you become one of our first citizens here. It's one of those things where you know when you know. Charlie Costa. And happy Father's Day to everybody listening, and happy Father's Day to your dad, Paul. Probably just as cool as you, maybe even cooler. My dad is an amazing dude. He really is. Not a huge sports guy. I mean, he'll watch the playoffs. He'll watch the Super Bowl. He'll ask periodically how the Yankees doing, how the Cardinals doing. Oh, John Willems with the $10 super chat. Holy cow. Thank you for this. We all appreciate your wife and the sacrifices you make for us. God bless. I'm doing this for some that can't but want to. First pitch there. It looks to Nootbaar and going foul down the third baseline. The count is 0-1. Well, I can tell you this, John. Thank you so much. Lars Nootbaar, 2 for 3 with a double, an RBI, and a run scored. That is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. Coming set is Ersag. The 0-1 pitch. Hit on up the middle. Fielded there by the shortstop behind second. He throws to first and just gets Nootbaar flying down the line. They had him shaded perfectly on defense there with the shift towards the right side. And they picked it up and got him. Garcia there did a fine job. And in fact, it actually deflected off the glove of Ersag. He almost kind of threw it at the ball almost, or at least it looked that way. And it somewhat deflected it. That's the first out of the inning. Nobody on with one out. First pitch to win. Head on out there to right center field. Giving chase is the center fielder into right center. He's underneath it. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning. But once again, thank you so much, John. It's a wonderful gig. I'm glad that it can bring baseball, Cardinal baseball, to people that are having trouble following it or can't follow it for one reason or another. And if I provide value to you in that way for how I call games and how I do things here, greatest gigs on earth, really is. Now, here is Jimmy Crooks, the left-hander. He's 1 for 3. He comes up with nobody on, 2 out. First pitch from Ersag. Strike, four-seam fastball down and away, and the count is 0-1. Ooh, CH, man, I'll read that in a moment. It's an 0-1 count to Jimmy Crooks, who gets back into the box. Righty-lefty matchup with the righty Ersag on the mound. 12-7 Cardinals. He comes set at the belt. The 0-1 pitch. Just got a piece of that changeup down and in did Crooks. And the count is now no balls and 2 strikes. CH, man, my father was a Mets fan back in the 80s when he first got into baseball and was living in New York City. Then he stopped following when the 94 strike happened and hasn't followed since. That's a story that I've heard many times. The 0-2. Up and away, a sinker well out of the zone. The count is 1-2. Aw. It is absolutely a fun group. Oh, CTRL Bray. Thank you so much for the $3 super chat. The 1-2. And it gets a piece of Crooks' foot. He is getting pointed down towards first. So he gets a hit by pitch, and the Cardinals have a runner on first with 2 out top of the 6th inning. Thank you so much, CTRL Bray. This is not the first time you've given me a super chat, and I thank you so much. Your generosity is deeply appreciated. Now, here is Blaze Jordan. He's 0 for 3. Righty-righty matchup. Runner leads off first. First pitch. Strike, slider, outside corner, knee high, and the count is no balls and 1 strike. Blaze Jordan ground out into a double play, struck out swinging a couple of times. So no 1 count, righty-righty matchup. Coming set is Erstag. Here's the pitch. Swinging strike on the 4-seam fastball, up and in, 97 miles an hour. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes. John Williams. This reminds me of baseball on the radio in the car. Paul Harvey days. The 0-2 pitch. A slider down and away and in the dirt, nowhere near the zone. The count is 1-2. Paul Harvey days. There are times the broadcasts are better eyes, ears, and voice, even when I watch the game myself. That's a huge compliment, John. Thank you. Infield defense clearly shaded towards left with the righty Jordan. The 1-2 pitch. Slider down and away and out of the zone. The count comes even at 2-2. Runner leads off first with 2 outs. A 2-2 count. Top of 6, 12-7 Cardinals. Coming sets the righty Erstag. The 2-2 pitch. Hit to the right side, and it bobbles. It goes down there, gets to the second baseman, and he beats the throw to first. He gets himself an infield single. Does Blaze Jordan, and that'll put runners on first and second with 2 out. It was just kind of like this Punch and Judy hit where Caglione tried to get it wide of first, and it put him out of position by the time the second baseman, Massey, got there, and the pitcher couldn't beat Blaze Jordan to the bag. Now, here's Nate Church, who's 1 for 2. He had a double earlier. He grounded out and walked as well, so he's 1 for 2. Runners on first and second with 2 out. It is a righty-lefty matchup. Here's the first pitch to Church. Hit there up the middle, just bleeding there, picked up by the shortstop in the middle of the infield, and he just gets him at first base. Oh, did he really get him at first base? That was a really close play. Nobody's challenging it, so that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. However, we go to the bottom of the 6th here in the finale on Father's Day. The Cardinals have a 12-7 lead out in Kansas City. I'm Paul D, and if you're enjoying my call here on Game Mike, please do leave a like. It helps the growing channel out more than you can know, and I deeply appreciate it. Do you want to see more? Given the bizarre broadcast situation at the moment where you need 3 or 4 different subscriptions to follow them every day in addition to trying to figure out where they're even on, well, I'm calling almost every Cardinal game here on Game Mike, and we'd love to have you. With that said, I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mike. Rally caps engaged. 127 likes, 254 people watching. Hit that like button. Thank you for life. Now, let's see here. CH-Man. So the punchline of that story is there's a baby photo of me in a Mets bib. Oh, boy. And I make sure it never sees the light of day, and I rock a Dodgers cap every day to day. That's my story. I'm looking forward to seeing your call of the game, CH-Man. I've been to Dodger Stadium, and it was a really great experience. It was all the way back in 2009 when Joe Torre was managing the team, and I think it was the sophomore year for Clayton Kershaw. I saw him on the second to last game of the year. They were playing the Rockies, and they were duking it out for the division winner that night. When I bought the tickets a week earlier, we didn't know that would be the case. Otherwise, they would have been a lot more expensive than the tickets I ended up buying. And Clayton Kershaw against Jorge De La Rosa. And the Dodgers clinched the Western National League West that night. The Rockies went on to win the single wild card back in those days. A great thing. It was a great crowd that night. Dodger Stadium was packed. A wonderful baseball experience. I can tell you that much. Now here is JoJo Romero. He is in the game. It is a lefty-righty matchup with the righty Collins. Here's the pitch. Strike, sinker, right down Broadway from JoJo Romero. In 32 innings, he has a 3.94 ERA with a 1.31 whip and exactly 9 Ks per 9. Lefty-righty matchup. It's an 0-1 count. Here's the 0-1 from Romero. Changeup down and in for a ball. The count is 1-1. The switch-hitting Collins is hitting right against the lefty Romero. Bottom of the 6th inning, 12-7 Cardinals. Come and wind is Romero. and he deals. Changeup down and in for a ball, and the count is now 2-1 strike. A Mitch Bibb sounds appropriate. Isaac Collins, 1 for 2, a single and a run scored today. Coming winds Romero. He deals. Strike, sweeper, outside corner, thigh high, and the count comes even at 2-2 strikes. Thanks, Paul D. I just have fun. That's the best part of having the privilege to call games. Cheers to that. Coming wind is Romero. The pitch. Swinging strike 3. Down goes Collins for the first out of the inning. For you whistle enthusiasts out there. Yeah, he got Collins hacking. Looked like on a breaking ball down and in. He hacked right over the top of that one. So that's the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nobody on. 12-7 Cardinals, bottom of the 6th inning. Now here's the lefty Jensen. He's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Strike, sweeper, right down Broadway and just below the belt. And the count is 0-1 to the lefty hitting Jensen. Romero has his pitch. He comes wind. Here's the 0-1. Hit down out to left field, giving chase is Newpar in front of the track, looking up, and it is gone. A solo home run for Jensen, and that will cut the Cardinal lead down to 12-8. A solo home run and Oppo Taco there for Jensen, and it's now a 12-8 ball game. He really got all of that one. When I saw where that sweeper hit on the first pitch of the at-bat, I began getting worried. That is not the pitch you want. And while this one was not up, it was out there in the outer third, thigh high. And Jensen just went the opposite way with the thing. It's now a 12-8 game. Now here's the righty Garcia. He's 0 for 3. Lefty-righty matchup. 12-8 Cardinals. Here's the first pitch. Up and away. Four-seam fastball for a ball. The count is 1 ball, no strikes. My dad said when TV first came out, the TV dealer kept the TVs going all the time. I'll get to this in a moment. The 1-0 pitch. And he pops it up into foul territory in front of the Royals dugout. Giving chase there is Jimmy Crooks. And it just is out of his grasp. So it's just an odd strike, and the count is 1-1. My dad said when TV first came out, the TV dealer kept the TVs going all the time. I can imagine people watching Cardinal games there. He sold a lot of TVs that way. I'm sure he did. Boy, and that thing that's disappointing there is Crooks actually could have gotten to that ball. He just wasn't able to track it down. So it's a 1-1 count here to Garcia. Nobody on with 1 out. 1 already across in the bottom of the 6th following the solo home run from Jensen off Romero. It is a 12-out ball game, lefty-righty matchup. Coming wind is Romero, the 1-1 pitch. Well upstairs, a sinker out of the zone, and the count comes to 2-1 strike. I will say this, the Royals are not letting the Cardinals nap on that lead. Romero, he comes wind, and he deals. Hit to the right side, picked up there by Alec Burleson, takes it to the bag himself for the second out of the inning. A very nice pick there by Alec Burleson playing wide of first. He got it on a very hard low hop. Managed to be able to take it over to first and do the job himself for the second out of the inning. Now here comes Jack Caglione. Hit a huge home run earlier out to right center field. On top of that, he's walked twice. He's 1 for 1. So nobody on with 2 out. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the first pitch. Hit down the third base side and out of play, and the count is 0-1. Did Crooks catch May on the one hitter? That's a good question. I think he might have. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Strike, sinker, inside corner, and the count is 0-2. Coming set is Romero. The 0-2, swinging strike 3. Down goes Caglione hacking for the third and final out of the inning. So, 1 run, 1 very big hit, no walks, nobody left on. We head to the top of the 7th inning. It is a 12-8 Cardinal lead here on Father's Day. The Sunday afternoon matinee out in Kansas City. Cardinals are trying to salvage the final game of this series. 12-8 Cardinals. I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mic. Yes, Jimmy Crooks did catch Dustin May that night. To answer your question. All right, let's go to the chat. Crooks is our fourth best catcher. I'm not sure why he plays so much. He's considered an upgrade over Pius. I guess that's the best way to put it. And I suppose defensively in the case of Herrera. But, there are a few pitchers that still like having Herrera be the receiver. Michael McGreevy certainly being one of them. But there is a number of promising catching prospects down in the Cardinal farm system, no doubt. Cardinals seem to be helping May. Not counting this start, he seems to be having a decent year. He can be really good. Yeah, I mean, you as a Dodger fan obviously got to see him up close and the injuries he had to deal with. When he's healthy and right, he can be very, very nasty. Our Flying Dutchman's no joke. Just had a bad day today. I guess it was going to happen eventually. Awesome call, Paul D. Well, thank you so much, Reese. I really appreciate that. That means a ton to me. I try to put in my effort here, and I hope the product reflects that. Seb Foreman. That has been JoJo's problem, giving up the long ball. He does seem to be on the wrong end of it more often than not. Yeah, that's a guy who definitely needs to turn it around, and the Cardinals definitely need him to turn it around. Now, due up for the Cardinals in the top of the seventh is going to be J.J. Weatherholt, followed by Herrera and Burleson. They've all had some very good days today. In fact, they have 7 RBIs between them. 3 for JJ, 3 for Herrera, and 1 for Burleson. Now, here is the lefty, Matt Strom. We saw him the other night. In 25 games and 22 and 2/3 innings pitched, he has a 6.75 ERA with a whip of 1.41, 7.15 Ks per 9, and a ground ball rate of just under 29%. He'll face the lefty Weatherholt, followed by the righty Herrera, and then the lefty Burleson. In the box is J.J. Weatherholt, the first pitch. Four-seam fastball up and away and out of the zone. The count is 1-0. 130 likes, 240 people watching. We need your likes so we can hit 150. For life is relentless. And there is a challenge on the play. The Royals challenge that call. And it is indeed a ball. They thought it was a strike. Perez challenged it. They lose the challenge, I believe, and it is a 1-0 count. Coming set is Strom, the 1-0 pitch. Popped on up just behind third base into shallow left field. Coming in is the left fielder. He's underneath it. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. McGravy belongs in the rotation. Yeah, he certainly does. I mean, he did not pitch well the other night, obviously, but throughout most of this year, he's been very dependable. Now, here is Ivan Herrera. He's 2 for 3. He had that huge 3-run home run earlier. It is a lefty-righty matchup with the lefty Strom on the mound. Nobody on, 1 out. Top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, four-seam fastball out of the zone. The count is 1 ball, no strikes. A hit by pitch, a single, a strikeout looking, and a 3-run home run for Ivan Herrera. It is a 1-0 count. Coming set is Strom, the 1-0 pitch. Inside, a slider, clear out of the zone. The count is now 2 balls and no strikes. Back into the box is Herrera. Coming set is Strom. He deals. Strike cutter just whispered over the black of the inside corner thigh high to Herrera. And the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Cardinals have so much talent, we can start a rent-a-Cardinal business and be very successful. The 2-1 pitch. Just missed low with the slider in, and the count is now 3 balls and 1 strike. So, a hitter's count here for Ivan Herrera with nobody on, 1 out, top of the 7th inning, 12-8 Royals. Coming set is Strom, the pitch. Hit on out there to left center field, giving chase to the center fielder, and he makes the catch in full stride in front of the track in left center field for the 2nd out of the inning. A very impressive play, tracking that thing down. It hung up for quite a while, and he made that thing look, well, I wouldn't say routine, but that's not a ball many people could have gotten to. That's the second out of the inning. Now, here is the lefty Alec Burleson. He's 2 for 3. It'll be a lefty-lefty matchup with lefty Strom on the round. Nobody on with 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. Here's the first pitch to Alec. Hit down the right field line and goes foul. So a very long foul ball. Funny thing is, just over the top of that right center field portion of the stadium, I can see a hotel that I've actually stayed in many years ago when I went to Kauffman. Come and set Strom, the 0-1 pitch. Hit on out there to right field. If it's fair, it's gone. And it is, where is it? Tell us now. A foul ball, apparently. And another very long, very loud strike off the bat of Alec Burleson. And the count is now no balls and 2 strikes. No. The victory tune is set in stone, I'm afraid. Executive decision on that one. I have some very good reasons to keep it. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. That thing was very, very close because it clearly went over the top of the pole down the right field line. And then the play is actually under review. So let's see with the off-site replay center there. A location and facility that looks like NASA but better funded. And we all wait the outcome of the play under review on the long fly ball to right field. Initially ruled a foul ball off the bat of Alec Burleson. Let's see the outcome on this one because I'm just as curious as all of you. And we wait and we wait. It's worth waiting for, I think. Everybody, you can tell Alec Burleson is starting to get impatient here because he's just he has some nervous energy. All right, let's see what we got here. It is indeed a foul ball. After official review, the play stands and it is a foul ball. So it's an 0-2 count. Strom here is ahead of Burleson, who's in the hole 0-2. Once again, it is a lefty-lefty matchup. Nobody on with 2 out. Back on the bump is the lefty Strom. And he looks in. He waits for his pitch from Perez. He comes set at the letters. Now, here's the 0-2 pitch. Down and away, a slider out of the zone. The count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one was clocked at 83 miles an hour. Back into the box is Strom. Nobody on, 2 out. Top of the 7th inning, 12-8 Cardinals. It's a 1-2 count to Alec Burleson. Coming set is Strom, the 1-2. Hit on out there to the right side, charging over, and it falls in for a base hit. Picked up by the right fielder. So a 2-out single by Alec Burleson. And that'll keep the Cardinals alive here in the top of the 7th inning. So some good 2-out hitting by the Burley one down at first. And it looked like he hit a sweeper that was up in the zone on the outer third. Now here comes Jordan Walker, who, despite all the Cardinal offense today, is actually 0 for 4. It's a lefty-righty matchup. Coming set is Strom. The first pitch to Walker. Up and away. Gets away from Perez. Going down to second is Alec Burleson. There's the throw. And he is ruled safe on a very close play down at second. It is obviously ruled a ball. So Burleson advances 90 feet on, I guess, is a wild pitch. We'll have to see the replay here so I can give you something that looks a bit more definitive. But the outcome stands all the same. Alec Burleson is down at second. It is a 1-0 count. Coming set is Strom. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Out and away, and it goes all the way to the backstop. Going over to third is Alec Burleson. So he advances on a couple of sloppy pitches here from Strom and less than notable defensive work by Perez, who's usually very solid back there behind the plate. And the count is 2-0 with now a runner on third. How about that? Back onto the bump is Strom. It's a 2-0 count. Lefty-righty matchup with Alec Burleson at third. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Up and away, four-seam fastball clear out of the zone. And the count is now 3 balls and no strikes. We will take it indeed. It's a 3-0 count. Time is granted by the home plate umpire at the behest of Jordan Walker. And now they are actually giving him the free pass. So, Quintraro decides to put Jordan Walker on first base, and they're going to take their chances here with the lefty Newt Bar, a lefty-lefty matchup. Newt is actually 2 for 4 today, so there are runners on first and third with 2 out, lefty-lefty matchup. There is 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning, 12-8 Cardinals. And here's the first pitch to Newt. Swinging strike on the slider, down and away, and the count is no balls and 1 strike. Newt, a double, a ground out, a single, and a ground out. It's an 0-1 count. Coming set at the letters is Strom. And he deals. Hit on up the middle, stabbed there on a hop by Strom. Underhand tosses it to first for the third and final out of the inning. Cards made it interesting there with 2 outs, but they're unable to push anything across. It is 7th inning stretch time down at Kauffman Stadium, where they will sing God Bless America, and then take me out to the ball game, of course. And with that, and God Bless America here on the Sunday, we had a Desert Storm bet here earlier in the chat, but if I can reiterate anything, for those veterans of you that are in the audience, whether you be active in the chat or you are simply watching, thank you so much for volunteering to do the hard work, the dangerous work our country asks you to do. I can't speak for anybody else, but I greatly appreciate your service, and I thank you for it. So God bless America down there on the Sunday at Kauffman Stadium. A solemn moment, which does remind me, on Saturday, July 4th, a night game up at Wrigley Field on our country's 250th birthday, I have an obligation here on Game Mike that I am obliged to follow through on. And that is sing a cappella with completely in a non-ironic fashion, God Bless America, with the full lyrics. And I'm going to follow through on that commitment. So, as they say in Jurassic Park, hold on to your butts. So we wait the bottom of the 7th inning. We can't wait, Paul. It will be recorded and replayed to the masses one day. For the better or worse, Justin, for the better or worse, I cannot yet say. Due up for the Royals, let's see here. All right. Be nice if it updated. There we go. So due up in the bottom of the 7th for the Royals will be Perez, followed by Massey and Thomas. So 4, 5, 6 in the Royals order. Yes, indeed, Fire Phoenix, it's happening. It's definitely happening. Now, coming into the game, it would appear is Ryan Stanek, the right-hander. I just heard a groan from all directions, originating hundreds, if not thousands of miles away as soon as I said that. But that's what we're doing here, so this is pure. Well, hopefully. However, the Cardinals have themselves a 12-8 lead going bottom of 7. Looks like Ryan Stanek is going to come in. He's going to face Perez, followed by Massey and Thomas. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning, 12-8 Cardinals here in the matinee on Father's Day. And once again, thank you so much for spending part of your Father's Day with me here on Game Mike. Ryan Stanek, 29 in the 3rd innings pitch, a 5.22 ERA and a whip of 1.50. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch. Four-seam fastball up and away for a ball, and the count is 1 ball, no strike to Salvador Perez, who is 1 for 3 this afternoon. Righty-righty matchup. Coming set Stanek, the 1-0. Fouled straight back on the four-seam fastball outside corner below the belt. And the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. No more runs, please. I wish I could guarantee that. I wish it was within my abilities. Coming set Stanek, the 1-1. Slider down and away and in the dirt. Count is now 2 balls, 1 strike. I think we all know that the most powerful blonde mullet in baseball feels like he's walking on a knife's edge given his performance, especially back against Minnesota. That he shouldn't have been allowed to get that far to give up 3 home runs. Coming set Stanek, the 2-1. Slider down and away and over the lefty batter's box, and the count is now 3 balls and 1 strike. Hello, chat. Hello, Antonio. Coming set is Stanek at the Birds, the 3-1 pitch. Head on out there to right field. Going back towards the wall is Jordan Walker. He jumps and he makes an amazing catch at the top of the wall in right field. Oh, what a play there by Jordan Walker. He may very well have stolen a home run from Salvador Perez on that play. Oh, what a leaping catch at the wall for Jordan Walker. And that is the first out of the inning. Perez sent that about as far as you can send it without it being clearly over the wall. And I think he would have at least saved it from hitting the top of the wall. No, he would have gone over, no doubt. Jordan Walker robbed Salvador Perez of a home run in right center field. Oh, what a play by Jordan Skywalker. Now here's a pitch. Hit to the right side. Picked up on a hop there by Alec Burleson. Covering is Stanek. And he makes the catch, gets to the bag for the second out of the inning. Oh, the force is with you, Master Skywalker. What a play. Yes, he did, Justin. He absolutely tried. And Jordan Walker, he wasn't playing around on that. That's the second out of the inning. Nobody on with 2 out, bottom 7. 12-8 Cardinals here in the finale. Now, here's the righty Thomas. He's 0 for 3. Here's the first pitch. Hit to the left side and picked up there by Mason Wynn deep in the hole. He throws to first, and it gets away from Burleson on a bad throw. He goes down to second. There's the throw down to second, and he is in safely at second with the slide. On that play, Mason Wynn managed to put that thing up deep in the hole in shallow left field, planted through to first. It was a wild throw, got away from Burleson. It allowed the runner to then go to second and just beat the throw by Burleson to get in there to second. So it'll probably be ruled, an infield hit, I would imagine, and an error on the throw that allowed him to advance to second. So a runner on second with 2 out. Here's the first pitch to lefty Misner. Four-seam fastball low for a ball, and the count is 1 ball, no strikes. Antonio Addy, been listening to you for 2 weeks. Love it, bro. Go Birds. Thank you so much. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. There's the 1-0 pitch. Hit down the right field line, and it is slicing foul. A very long, very loud strike off the bat of Misner. And the count is 1-1. So a runner on second with 2 out, bottom of the 7th inning. 12-8 Cardinals. It's a 1-1 count. Ryan Stanek is into this game. Sits on the extreme first base side of the rubber. He comes set at the Birds. The 1-1 pitch. Swinging strike on the four-seam fastball on the outside corner. Clocked 99 miles an hour from Stanek. Count is 1-2. Misner 1 for 3. A single, a foul out, and a foul out. Runner leads off second. Coming set is Stanek at the Birds. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging strike 3. Down goes Misner for the third and final out of the inning. Oh boy, but Jordan Walker, he makes the defensive play of the year possibly with that robbed home run. And after 7 full innings of play, it is the St. Louis Cardinals 12 and the Kansas City Royals 8. I'm Paul D. And if you're enjoying my call of Redbird action here on Game Mike, please do leave a like. It helps this channel out a ton as it continues to grow, and I very much appreciate it. You want to see more? Hit subscribe. I am calling almost every Cardinals game. So if you can't get it somewhere else or you can't find it somewhere else, you can find it here on Game Mike. I'm Paul D. 12-8 Cardinals going to the top of the 8th. Now, due up in the top of the 8th will be Wynn, Crooks, and Blaze Jordan. 6, 7, and 8 in their order. That sweet, sweet whistle. Yes, indeed. What a stud. Yeah, you know it. Reese, JB, Mason has a cannon. Putting the ball in his pocket isn't really an option. Yeah, he has a serious arm down there at short. You just can't ignore just how much force he gets behind those throws. It's actually really impressive. He's never truly out of a play, and that's certainly how he handles the position. So, it's really been one of those games. And once again, thank you all so much for spending part of your Father's Day here with me on Game Mike. It's a very important day for us, honoring one of our parents. They play a huge role in our lives. And speaking purely for myself, I am immensely grateful for it. And even though my dad is not much of a sports guy, he's digging this right now. I really appreciate that. It's a very good feeling, no doubt. All right, we're back for the top of the 8th inning. It is 12-8 Cardinals. Wynn, Crooks, and Jordan. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the first pitch to Wynn. Four-seam fastball strike. Down and away, and the count is 0-1. The righty Beck Way is in 5 games and 7 in the third innings pitch. He has a 4.91 ERA with a whip of 1.77. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit on up the middle and stabbed there on a line by Massey for the first out of the inning. So he hit it hard, but he hit it right at the second baseman, and that's the first out. Keep the guys out of scoring position. That is the name of the game here at the moment. Yeah, the whistle moved him back to the dugout. Fair enough. Wynn's just a youngster. He will learn. Yeah, absolutely. Now here is Jimmy Crooks. He is 1 for 3. It'll be a righty-lefty matchup. Nobody on with 1 out. Top of the 8th inning. 12-8 Cardinals. Come and set his way. Here's the first pitch. A sinker down and in for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Crooks is 1 for 3. He's also been hit by a pitch, as I recall. Come and set is the righty way. Here's the 1-0. Swinging strike on the cutter, down and away. Swung over the top of that one, did Jimmy Crooks. And the count is 1-1. Looking in is Way. Looking for the Way. Come and set at the letters. The 1-1 pitch. Up and in. Four-seam fastball nowhere near the zone. The count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. That was a four-seam fastball. It's amazing how they get accustomed to having something like that flying right at them. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging strike on the cutter, down and in. Swung over the top of that one, did Jimmy Crooks. And the count comes even at 2-2. Come and set is Way. The 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the four-seam fastball, down and in. Challenged immediately there by Jimmy Crooks. So Jimmy Crooks is using the last available ABS challenge. And the call is upheld. It is strike 3. So Jimmy Crooks goes down in the observatory for the second out of the inning. Fire Phoenix. Paul, I've been checking out the other guys' baseball commentary podcast, and I will say that yours is the best, hands down. No cap. That's amazing to hear. Thank you so much, Fire Phoenix. Now, here's Blaze Jordan. Hits it down to third base. Played there on a hop by the third baseman. He throws to first in time to get Blaze Jordan for the third and final out of the inning. The Cardinals, they go down in order, and we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is 12-8 Cardinals out at Kauffman Stadium here in the finale on Father's Day, trying to salvage the final game of this very odd 3-game series. And now here is a broadcast note coming up here. Tomorrow night, the Cardinals are back at Busch Stadium, and they are hosting the Arizona Cardinals. First pitch down at Busch tomorrow night is scheduled for 6:45 p.m. first pitch. I will begin the play-by-play stream here on Game Mic at 6:35 p.m. Central Time, so 10 minutes before. First pitch, 6:45 p.m. tomorrow night, hosted in Arizona at Busch Stadium. I will be on air at 6:35 p.m. Central Time. Hope to see you all there. With that said, 12-8 Cardinals going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Now, let's see here. Well, I hope the Cardinals get another touchdown with a 2-point conversion. I'd always root for that. Well, thank you so much, guys, for your very kind words. That really means a ton to me. You know, this is something I look forward to every day, and it's really been amazing, to say the least. I'm glad each and every one of you enjoy this as much as you do, and enjoy it as much as I enjoy doing it. It's a real privilege to be able to do this, obviously for Cardinals fans, but baseball fans more generally. We have some regulars that aren't even Cardinals fans, and I think that is ridiculously cool. St. Louis Cardinals against the Arizona Cardinals, the first in Major League Sports. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that? I meant the Arizona Diamondbacks. My apology. My apology. Yeah, they're facing the D-backs, of course. Tomorrow night, 6:45 p.m. Central, first pitch start time against the D-backs at Busch Stadium. Now, here is George Soriano. He will face the righty Lofton, who's 1 for 3. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Oh, and there was a pitch clock violation, so it's a 1-0 count. Now, here's the next pitch. Four-seam fastball strike, 97 miles per hour. The count is 1-1. George Soriano was taken too long. He got penalized with that first strike. 31 in the third innings pitch. He has a 3.16 ERA. There's actually a challenge on that one by the Royals. It was called a strike, and the call is confirmed a strike, and it's now 1-1. Neither team has any ABS challenges remaining. Coming set is Soriano. Nobody on, nobody out. The righty Lofton at the plate. Righty-righty matchup. The 1-1 pitch. A slider well out of the way. Gets away there from Crooks. Goes all the way to the backstop. The count is 2-1. Coming set is Soriano at the belt. Here's the 2-1 to Lofton. Called strike. Sinker outer third, a little below the knee. Lofton is having a word with the home plate umpire. Can't do anything about it. Doesn't have any challenges to work with. Time is granted by the home plate umpire at the behest of Lofton. So we'll wait a little longer for the 2-2 offering from Soriano. He's back in the bump. Lofton's back in the box. Coming set is Soriano, the 2-2. Fouled straight back on the changeup, up and in. Seemed to get it right there on the trademark. And the count remains 2-2. So a 12-8 lead here for the Cardinals late. Coming set is Soriano, the 2-2 pitch. Hit on out there to right field. Right there is Jordan Walker. He makes the catch. And that's the first out of the inning. Barely needed to move, did Jordan, who is obviously having an incredible afternoon defensively. I mean, he robbed Salvador Perez of that home run to right earlier. My goodness. That's always fun to see. Now, here is the lefty Collins. Rather, I think switch hitter. Coming set is Soriano, righty-lefty matchup. The first pitch. Hit to the right side, fielded there on the ground by Jordan Walker. Tossed to Soriano, covering for the second out of the inning. So 1 pitch, 1 out there for George Soriano. And I'll bring him back to the top of the order. With the lefty Jensen. It'll be a righty-lefty matchup when he steps into the box. Nobody on, 2 out. Bottom of the 8th inning. 12-8 Cardinals. Back onto the bump is Soriano. It is a righty-lefty matchup. Nobody on, 2 out. Coming set at the belt, Soriano. The first pitch to Jensen. Strike, slider, outside corner below the belt. And the count is 0-1. 25 subs away from 800. Oh, wow. Hit that sub button, ring the bell to be notified. Cheers, my man. Now, here's the 0-1 pitch. Just missed the inside corner with a four-seam fastball. And the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. No real big action down there in the Cardinal bullpen at the moment. Coming set, Soriano. He deals well inside with the four-seam fastball, nowhere near the zone to Jensen. And the count is 2-1. A single, a strikeout swinging, a walk, and a home run for Carter Jensen this afternoon, serving as DH. It's a 2-1 count. At the belt is Soriano. He deals. Changeup just missed the outside corner. And the count is now 3 balls and 1 strike. Walker is having a great year. Is there a comeback player of the year award? That's a good question. Coming set. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Four-seam fastball out and away, nowhere near the zone. And Jensen will take first following the 2-out walk by George Soriano. Now, the righty Garcia, the shortstop, he is 0 for 4 today with a strikeout. It'll be a righty-righty matchup with a runner on first and 2 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. 12-8 Cardinals. Coming set at the belt. Here's the first pitch. Strike, slider, right down Broadway. Clock 90 miles an hour, and the count is 0-1. Cardinals really want to pull this one out this afternoon, no doubt. He comes set at the belt. Here's the 0-1. Swinging strike on the slider, down and in. Swung over the top of that one, did Garcia. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes. So runner leads off first. Coming set, Soriano. He deals. Hit on out there to right field. Coming in towards the line is Jordan Walker. He's underneath it. He makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So, no runs, no hits, 1 walk, 1 left on. After 8 full innings of play, it is the St. Louis Cardinals 12 and the Kansas City Royals 8. I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mike. 12-8 Cardinals going to the top of the 9th. All right, let's go to the chat. All right. The Happy Hodag. This has been a frustrating series for the Cards. Oh, boy, you said it. Exactly. Throw strikes when you are winning. That definitely helps. And quality strikes at that. It has been bad for Sam for sure. Not sure what the answer is either. 2 of our starters could get to the 3rd inning this series. Yeah, it's been a bad series pitching-wise. Certainly for the Cardinals and to some extent the Royals as well. It's been high-scoring affairs. Obviously the Cardinals got to get this pitching under control. I can understand if they've hit, a skid here. These things do happen. However, is this the time or place? I think not. Now it's time to hydrate a bit. Oh, boy. It's hot in here. I have to turn off the AC when I do these things. Or otherwise, the audio experience will be less than pleasant for you. In any case, we wait the top of the 9th inning. Let's see who's due up here for the Redbirds. It's going to be Church, Weatherall, and Herrera. So 9, 1, and 2. Okay. It's been the worst weekend of the year, really. Well, hopefully the Cards hold on here and are able to mitigate that to some degree, Justin. But to be fair, I do think playing these AL teams is tough for the Cardinals. The Cardinals look great against the Padres. They did. Now, here is Nate Church, righty-lefty matchup. Here's the first pitch. Out and away, a sinker for a ball. The count is 1-0. The righty way is out for his second frame of work. Righty-lefty matchup. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 9th, 12-8 Cardinals. Coming set is Way. The 1-0 pitch. Hit on out there left field. Going back and into the glove of Collins for the first out of the inning. You can put out 7 in your scorecard. There certainly has been a lot of offense this series, but still nerve-wracking come the ninth inning, without a doubt. Brian Fisher. Well, Ivan looks like he is growing into the role of DH lately, most definitely. Normally, I don't like him there, but for the past few weeks or so, Herrera's looking pretty good at DH, yeah. Now, here is Weatherall. He's 3 for 4. Here's the first pitch. Sinker, strike, outside corner about thigh high, and the count is no balls and 1 strike. No, J.J. Weatherall, he is putting together a candidacy. Here's the 0-1. Head on up the middle, bounced out front of the plate, picked up there on a hop by the pitcher. He throws to first in time. Way made an incredible play there defensively for a pitcher. It got chopped right out there in front of home plate. And it went easily, 13 feet high. He was right underneath it, caught it, and then wham, right over there to first for the second out of the inning. Oh, boy. That was a very impressive play for a pitcher, and a relief pitcher, no less. Some who are not necessarily known or renowned for their defense. So nobody on with 2 out. Now here's Ivan Herrera. I think we will see O'Brien in the 9th. Hey, I'd love to see that too, Reese, no doubt. That's a righty-righty matchup against the righty way. Here's the first pitch to Herrera. Hit to the right side and through the hole into right center field for a base hit. So Herrera really has been everything in a bag of chips this afternoon offensively. It's really something to behold. He just found that hole on the right side with the infield defense very much shaded towards the left. So the Cardinals have a runner on first with 2 out, top of 9. Here's Alec Burleson. He's 3 for 4. This will be a righty-lefty matchup with the righty way on the mound. The first pitch to Burleson. Hit foul down the third base side and out of play, and the count is 0-1. Oh, yeah, he had a 3-run home run, Justin. Coming set is way. The 0-1 to Burleson. Changeup well way and out of the zone over the righty batter's box, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Hey, Cobra, good to see ya. Coming set is way. Herrera leads off first. Here's the pitch. Four-seam fastball just missed the outside corner, and the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Oh, the hit by pitch. Yeah, he got plunked in the head in his first at-bat. Coming set is way. He deals. Hit to the right side and foul. Just foul. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Alec Burleson. Runner on first with 2 out, top of the 9th inning, 12-8 Cardinals. This is a 2-2 count. Herrera is on first following the 2-out single. It's a 2-2 count to Alec Burleson. Here's the pitch. Hit on out there to center field, going back a couple of steps to the center fielder. He camps underneath it. He makes the catch to end the inning. So, no runs, 1 hit, no walks. 1 left on. After 8.5 innings of play, it is the St. Louis Cardinals 12 and the Kansas City Royals 8. I'm Paul D, and if you are enjoying my call of Redbird action here on this Father's Day matinee, the finale of this 3-game series, please do leave a like. You aid the growing channel more than you can know, and I really appreciate it. If you want to see more because you can't find the Redbirds otherwise, either you don't want to pay for 3 or 4 different subscriptions to see them every day, or on top of that you couldn't find them anyway, you can always find them here on Game Mike. I am calling almost every Cardinal game, and we'd love to have you aboard. With that said, I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mike. 12-8 Cardinals going to the bottom of the 9th. 5 likes away from 150. No kidding. The Happy Hodag. I was hoping Burley could at least get on base. All that needs to happen is 3 up, 3 down. Indeed. Uneventful bottom of the 9th will be great. Sign up for that in a moment, Reese. Justin, hit that like button. Cheers, Justin Beasley doing Justin Beasley things. So we await the bottom of the ninth. Due up for the Royals will be Caglione, followed by Perez and Massey. So 3, 4, and 5 in the Royals order. So they're not going to go down easily. And nor would you expect them to, just kind of given how this series has been going on. Really something to behold. And the Cardinal offense today has been outstanding. And that catch that robbed the home run of Salvador Perez by Jordan Walker in right, that was something to behold. A lot of runs in this series and a lot of incredible defensive plays. Now, here's Jack Caglione. He is in here against Riley O'Brien, and he hits it out to right field. Going back, looking up, and it is gone. A solo home run for Jack Caglione on the first pitch offering from Riley O'Brien, and the Cardinals' lead has been cut down to 12-9. The second home run of the day for Jack Caglione. And it is now a 12-9 Cardinal lead. Oh, Riley O'Brien, did it have to be on the first pitch? Let's see it here. Oh, yeah, middle in. Oh, and he got such extension on that. I think it actually might have landed in the fountains again. Let's take a look. A second fountain shot today. Now, here's Salvador Perez, and it beans him on the left elbow with the sweeper from O'Brien. So Salvador Perez is going to take first. Riley O'Brien cannot get out of his own way here, trying to protect when this bottom of the ninth started. A 4-run lead. Oh, you have to be kidding me. Come on now. 2 pitches, one that's a solo shot by Jack Caglione, and the next that beans Salvador Perez in his left elbow. Now here's a lefty Massey. Strike, sinker, outside corner thigh high, and the count is no balls and 1 strike. Robert Outs, I'm still here, Paul. I'm glad to hear it. Good to see you, Robert. Righty-lefty matchup. Coming set is O'Brien. The 0-1 pitch. A sinker well out and away and out of the zone over the righty batter's box, and the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. Massey, a couple of singles, a foul out, and a ground out. He is 2 for 4. Perez leads off first. 1-1 count. Coming set is O'Brien. The pitch. Hit to the right side and into right field for a base hit. Picked up there by Jordan Walker. Tosses it back in. And going all the way to third is Salvador Perez. And now the Royals have runners on first and third and nobody out. Now this is getting messy quick. To say Riley O'Brien has been ineffective would be the art of understatement. He has not looked good at all. Woof. Woof. Now, here comes the pitching coach to have a brief word with Riley O'Brien, namely, what's up, bro? What's going on here? What's this all about? And he wouldn't be wrong to ask. Yeah, I know, C. John, I know. For life, 151 likes, 285 people watching, 150. Thank you guys all so much. I'm glad you enjoy watching it and listening as much as I enjoyed doing it. Now, here comes the 6-hitter, the righty Thomas. He's 1 for 4 this afternoon. There are runners on first and third, nobody out. 1 already in on the solo home run from Jack Caglione. First and third, nobody out, bottom of the ninth. The righty O'Brien is in the game. He comes set. Here's the first pitch. Chopped on out there to third base. Charging in is Blaze Jordan. He throws home, and he puts the tag in there on Perez, but he is ruled safe. I absolutely want to see the replay on this because I am not buying that right now. He charged in, did Blaze Jordan, brought it in, threw home, and I don't know how Perez got in there. I think that should be reviewed. I want to at least see the replay on this because I'm having a lot of trouble buying it. Okay, and so they are addressing the crowd, and I'm guessing this is under official review. We still have not seen the replay on the play home. The initial call for Perez making to the plate was safe, but we're going to find out real quick. So, Blaze Jordan charges in. He throws home to Jimmy Crooks, And I don't think Perez ever touched the plate, but I'm not getting a great view of it. Let's see it here. Oh, he is absolutely out. Let's see if we can get a better angle than that one. If he's out, it's an incredible play by Blaze Jordan. He is absolutely out. Come on, he got him on the leg. So it's under official review. And so we await the outcome here. It's either 12-10 or the first out of the inning. So it's going to the off-site replay center, and we keep seeing it again. I thought Crooks got him there on the knee before he ever touched the plate, and I'm not convinced he even touched the plate. If he did, it was like on the very, very, left side of it. Called safe initially, but the play is under review. I think he is out. I haven't seen the greatest view of it, but what I have seen looks like he got him on the leg. So we're going to find out. We do not yet know what is going to happen here. But we await the outcome of this play under official review. Everybody is looking up at that enormous scoreboard in center field for the Royals. I saw that when I went to the ballpark. They're very impressive, actually. All right. Everybody's on the top step of the dugout. Everybody's looking up towards center field. They're waiting as long as we are. Let's see here. This would be a good view to see if he actually got him on the leg. And it looks like he got him on the side of the hip, actually. Maybe just like the blousing of the pant leg. The play stands. Oh, the play stands. That'll make it a 12-10 game. Runners will be on first and second with nobody out. Riley O'Brien here is messing the bed. Runners lead off first and second. He comes set against the lefty Misner, righty-lefty matchup. The first pitch, Misner, he shows bunt. He puts it down right in front of home plate. Fielded there in front of the plate by O'Brien. Throws to first in time for the first out of the inning. Yet both runners advance 90 feet. So the sacrifice bunt there by Misner moves runners down to second and third. And that means a mere base hit will tie this game for Kansas City. Oh, boy. Yes, we are, John. I can't believe that call stand. I thought he had got him on the hip. Maybe they just didn't consider it conclusive. I don't know. There is a powwow on the mound between O'Brien and Jimmy Crooks, who look to be seeming to get on the same page here. Now there is a pinch hitter, Rave. He is pinch hitting for Lofton. Rave, the left-handed hitter, 28 years old, generally a right fielder. In 6 at-bats, hitting .500, a home run and 1 RBI. So it'll be a righty-lefty matchup. Runners on second and third with 1 out. It is a 12-10 Cardinal lead. A base hit will tie it. Coming set is O'Brien. The first pitch to Rave. Strike, sinker, outer third at the knees, and the count is no balls and 1 strike. O'Brien looks in. He comes set at the belt. He deals. A sweeper away and out of the zone. The count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. Back into the box is Rave. What a last name. Coming set is O'Brien. He deals. Swinging strike on the sinker, up and away. Swung underneath that one, did Rave, and the count is now 1-2. So O'Brien has to nail down here. He has to bear down. Coming set at the belt is O'Brien. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Down looking goes Rave for the second out of the inning. Well, talk about some clutch pitching there on the part of O'Brien. No doubt if they had the challenges, Rave would have challenged it and he might have had a point. But he is punched out. He goes down in the observatory for the second out of the inning. Now stepping into the box is the left fielder, the lefty Collins, the 9-hitter. And here's the first pitch to Collins. Chopped on out there to the front of the mound. Picked up there O'Brien. He throws to first in time. And that will do it. 12-10. Cardinals is your final. 12-10 in a very tight game late. And now here's the victory tune. Oh, you Cardinals fans, you've earned this. 12-10. Cardinals over Kansas City is your final. Play your air guitars at home. A Cardinal victory here on Getaway Day. Yeah. Play that air guitar. So the Cardinals, they managed to hold on. Riley O'Brien, despite messing the bed for most of the ninth, manages to figure it out and get the final outs here in the bottom of the ninth. So the Cardinals do salvage the third and final game of this series. They head back to St. Louis and Busch Stadium, where tomorrow night they are hosting the Arizona Diamondbacks, a.k.a. Cardinals. And first pitch tomorrow night is scheduled for 6:45 p.m. Central Time. The play-by-play stream here on Game Mic will begin at 6:35 p.m. Central Time. And I hope to see you all here. And for you fathers that are Cardinals fans, happy Father's Day. I hope you enjoy this one. Fire Pings, Trey O'Brien. Oh boy, yeah. C. John, what a game. I'm exhausted. You and me both, C. John. Sam Foreman, O'Brien needs to do better. Yes, but luckily he got through this one. For life, what a win. You know it. The Happy Hodag. Finally, they eke out a win. Absolutely. Hayden, good to see you. Let's go, baby. Cheers to that. Hit that like button on the way out. You know it. Jojo Spades, great to see you. Thanks again for the fun, Paul D. You got it. Dylan, O'Brien sucks. Crooks needs to be sent down. Maybe. That's a winner indeed. So the 12-10 is your final. Doge Bowl, and that's a win. You absolutely know it. So I will say thank you all so much for spending part of your, not just your Sunday afternoon, but your Father's Day afternoon with me here on Game Mic. I hope you all enjoy this Cardinal victory. A nail-biter late, but they'll be back tomorrow, and so will I. Scheduled 6:45 p.m. first pitch at Busch Stadium, hosting the Arizona Diamondbacks. I will be here starting the play-by-play live stream at 6:35 p.m. Central Time. And once again, I hope to see you all here. Thanks, Paul D. You got it, Hayden. Always good to see you. Sam Foreman, I think, yeah, okay, you got that. I think you need to take him out of the closer role. Yeah, maybe. J.M. Jones, thanks, Paul. Happy day and all best to you and your pops. I will pass the message along, no doubt. Thank you all so much for watching. 12-8 Cardinals is your final here in the finale. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Father's Day and Sunday. And I will see you tomorrow night here on Game Mic at 6:35 p.m. Central Time for the Cardinals hosting the D-backs in the first of four down at Busch Stadium. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you are well wherever you may be. I'm Paul D. Bombers Game Mic, over and out. Thank you, and good night.